All right. Too much podcast, episode 23.
Hey,
We back. What's up, y'all? Calling out.
what's good? We got
I
got
was
got a new
What's up?
guest in the mix.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Daniel D. Batch. What's
what's up,
going on,
bro?
bro?
Daniel
What's up?
Doom.
Good to have you. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get you on, but you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? It's all good. It's all good. We
number
here
one,
today.
number one fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm about 12 episodes too late. You feel me? But
Okay.
I'm here.
Hey,
I've been trying to get on since episode 8, and
Hey.
I've been the only one getting in my own way. So
Hey, he here.
I
He
made
here.
it.
He
I made
here.
it.
He here.
Listener to a share.
Hey. So I want to tell y'all, bro. Y'all know who Gideon is?
Who's that again?
He like
It's,
I think he KSI's is he KSI's brother? No. He's like a YouTuber though,
Yeah,
right?
I've heard of
Gideon.
him,
It's not
yeah.
KSI's but no,
I've
KSI's
seen the name before. But I was just
brother
thinking
somebody
of it.
else. Yeah.
I seen the name before. I feel like let me see what his face look like though.
He but yeah, while Jordan's showing you pulling up the
Yeah.
thing, that dude, I guess he took like a break from YouTube or something. And he came back, right? And then he did like a To Catch a Predator thing. You see how everybody doing that shit now?
For real?
That To Catch a Predator shit? Yeah. Everybody doing that shit now, bro. They setting up like every YouTuber
Yeah.
has at least one video doing that shit now where they catch a predator. Now. That's just kind of funny, bro.
Yeah.
But that boy did one, and he pulled out his phone at one point, and then he started playing the Drake. He played the Kendrick A minor. Like he was just trolling him the whole fucking time, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro. I was just like, damn, this is what's getting to now
Bruh.
with Drake. Like he's never gonna be able to escape this shit, bro. It's just gonna be like this for the rest of his life. Cause like I don't see no end of this shit coming anytime soon, bro. Cause I swear to God, I saw another fucking predator catcher. Cause from watching that video, I clicked on another one, and another dude caught somebody, and he was like, "Are you on Drake level?" He's like, "Are you Drake level?" And he was just like, "Bruh." I was like, "Damn, he is not going to escape this image, this planet."
You being used to, yeah.
What if he sued Kendrick?
Wait,
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Defamation of character.
He gonna come with that. Like once everybody settles down, if anybody ever settles down, it'll be like 5 years from now. He's still dealing with that. I feel like he's still dealing with it. He goes sue for defamation.
Maybe he might not sue. Maybe he tries to get. Well, yeah, he would have to sue in some certain way, just so people can't. So they can't do what the fuck you just said that they're using that shit for, bro. Literally everything.
That'd be the
This
gay
nigga
shit.
becoming the spokesperson for the pedophiles, bro. That's crazy. Kendrick is fucked up, bro. He ain't have to do that to him.
I got caught up reading this Gideon history of this dude, which I want to get to. So y'all talking about Drake right now?
Yeah.
Drake. I mean, the reason Drake won't do that is because then he has to prove that he's not. You know what I mean? Like he has to go to court and prove that he's not.
Oh, yeah.
If it becomes a thing, which is like again, not going into if he was really about like that, he ain't done none of that shit. He probably would have done it by now. But again, it opens up a whole can of worms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then he just looks like,
That's in public too. I mean, or doing a public or if it's a public trial type thing, that's like, even if he brought the best defense case, it's still like, yo, you
imagine,
like to survive like however many days or weeks or months that is with the internet. Like
he's giving people a chance, and he's giving he's giving the opposite defense team a chance to actually people probably haven't did a deep dive into all your shit yet, bro. You gonna give somebody a chance?
Is it just getting started?
Just
getting started? Don't say that.
I think it's just getting started.
Oh, it's not.
I think that
everything is exposed now, right? It's all out there.
No, not at all.
I don't think so, bro. Look how
I still haven't heard everything I've seen from like years ago.
Like, look at Diddy now, bro.
Wait, what? Whoa!
You know, it's not a comp, but it is about the music industry.
Look how
it
long.
Also shows you that's where the music industry was in the 90s. Is where a person who had success in the 90s was at, and then that had I don't know, Diddy's success and reality TV success, everything that he's doing from the 90s into the early 2000s, back half of 2000s is the beginning of Drake. Like at the beginning of Drake, it's kind of like I don't know, just to say that there's a lot going on. There clearly was a lot going on when Drake stepped into all of this. Like it was that type of shit was all over the place. If you look at Diddy, you look at Wayne and Birdman and all the stories we get from that side, like, yeah, no, this shit was what he walked into.
Look how long it took for Diddy to actually go down, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know, bro.
So you think Drake gonna go down in the future?
Bro, he might go down in the future, bro.
Bro, he ain't going down.
Well, maybe not Drake.
I think he moves. I think he moves differently. Which again, I think that's the reason he's not gonna try to sue for defamation, right? Like he ain't gonna make the moves to shine more light on this shit. Where it's like, I don't know. Diddy got really. I mean, Drake kind of similar with that, but Diddy got really powerful and thought he was as touched, like he couldn't be touched like the white man couldn't be touched.
But the difference is Diddy ain't Jewish, bro. That's really the big difference. Yeah. Drake might not have to actually face none of this stuff, bro. I be forgetting he got real Jewish ties. That nigga had a bar mitzvah, so
y'all heard the I'm Black and Jewish song?
No,
he has a song.
He has a song.
I'm Black and Jewish. I don't know. I just saw him singing that shit one time. Like,
Black Jew.
Yeah.
No, that's a Future song.
Nah, bro.
Drake got another one
where he's like at a bar mitzvah or something, right? Oh. And he's like, I don't know. He's like rapping. Hold on, Drake.
Oh boy,
Black Jew.
Oh, he did an SNL skit about.
Oh, that was an SNL. There you go.
That guy's witty.
Bar mitzvah in 1999. I'm Black and I'm Jewish. Don't be so foolish. I'm Black and I'm Jewish. It's a mitzvah. Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, that's still him though, right? Like,
that's him, yeah.
It's just him playing around.
But you seen I seen a few bar mitzvahs they've been playing Not Like Us too, so I know that hurts a little bit.
What? How are you even allowed to play
exactly,
that?
Bro?
Jesus Christ.
The bar mitzvahs, bro. They playing Not Like Us.
Oh, this thing knows no race, man. Like everybody shitting on Drake. It don't matter who you are.
Crazy, bro.
Boy. Hey man, we just need to all remember Drake was an MC first. You know?
Well, did you hear?
Was he acting first?
Hey, we all need to remember Drake was an MC second. We all need to remember that shit, bro.
I got multiple passions. You feel me? That was his second passion. His first passion, acting.
Yeah, bro. He said he used to wake up 5 a.m., go to Degrassi. He was grinding, man. Put that shit to the side, start taking off.
Oh, did y'all hear? So OVO 40, he threatened a DJ in Canada. So a DJ in Canada played Not Like Us, and I guess the DJ received threats.
Good. Do that shit in his home. Disrespectful, bro. This shit getting way too disrespectful, bro. Kendrick won, y'all. Like, we don't gotta do this to this nigga Drake, man. This fool gonna like. All right, hold on, because if he is a pedophile, then he deserves this, right?
That's what it said.
If he is a pedophile, he deserves this, right? But is Drake a pedophile for real? Like, for real, let's break this down. Is Drake a pedophile? He was texting Billie Eilish, right? When she was like 16.
Yeah.
And the girl from Stranger
Things like that.
And the girl from Stranger Things.
A few things.
And he kissed a girl.
That's the bro.
That's three things.
Outside of the texting, bro, like, okay, they could excuse the texting because like all the girls come out and say like, oh no, it's still weird when they describe like how they text Drake. That shit's still weird. But like, okay, bro, bro, that video exists, bro, and I just can't really get it out my head. And
what's the video?
He kissed a 17-year-old on stage.
And that's 3 strikes.
Saying some weird shit. Yeah, that's 3.
In a world where people only give you 1 strike.
Man. Yeah, no, I feel like that's you're saying, the text messages and the stories and the Billie Eilish, any type of the Billie Eilish, all the 11 jokes with the girl from Stranger Things and stuff like that coming out was always just that. Yeah, like what George said, it's kind of that thing. They're like, when they explain, it's like their side is like, hey, yeah, how or is Drake this or is Drake that? Well, can we base it off of just off of what the girls have told us, like what the girls have said in public about him. Like if you're just basing off their words, which is weird too. But that's kind of taking there. At least you're not looking at him for the answer, looking at them for like what the answer is. But I didn't know about the video or when this video was or
bro. Why is this the second time you told somebody they don't know what you're talking about?
I don't know how.
Tumblr back in the day, man. That's where
it's an old video.
Yeah, it's an older one.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, came out. I was like, is this something that he like from recent or was it from older?
It's
older.
Any Drake, just before the BBL Drake.
This is 20. This is like 2012 or 2015
probably like
or
2012, 13.
2012. I saw it on the internet back in like before Trump got elected. I want to say.
Yeah.
Drizzy.
Like y'all saying the kiss part, you felt her up too. Like it was,
he was still on her. He was saying weird shit too, bro.
Yeah. I think the fact that he acknowledges out loud that she is not 18 and doesn't stop too is just kind of like,
yep. Yeah. I don't know how people excuse that video, bro. I feel like a lot of people just try to act like it don't exist or try to just make it a pass or maybe just. Bruh, if you watch that video, if anybody else is doing that, bruh, like if a regular person did that and there's video footage of it, bruh, we all know what we saying.
Bruh, the end of Not Like Us, Kendrick should have just started talking in the end. He just like, nigga got a fucking video kissing a fucking 17-year-old. Nigga texting Billie Eilish, nigga texting a stranger girl thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should just talk this shit at the end, bro, just to put like an ice on.
That was the thing. He didn't really have to because I feel like it's mostly got out there just because all he had to do was hint at it, and everybody else, we did the rest of the work. We doing the rest of the work right now.
It's so big. That song is just people heard those words spoken. Like every word, everything that was spoken by him, people are like studying even harder. It's just like if he just would have said those fucking words, it would have resonated so hard with everybody. The fact that he actually really did kiss a fucking like, oh shit, this he really did kiss a 17-year-old. He was texting.
And all you niggas that are saying that try to excuse that shit with the in Canada the age of consent, bro. Y'all niggas need to stop, bro. That's not an excuse. If the age of even, bro, he was in America in the video. First of all, second, why would you even think that's an okay excuse?
If you're using the same arguments Josh Giddey fans are using, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, exactly. So like, nigga, nah, bro.
Man,
that nigga Dre got a line where he said Sierra Canyon parking lot looked like Magic City. Why he do shit like that? He said that they say he said that shit because of the players' parents, bro. Because it was a rumor that he was fucking with one of Bronny James Jr.'s teammates. Yeah. But still, how are you not conscious? Like, bro, why would you even say? Why would you say a high school parking lot looks like a strip club? You can't say that.
That is fucking nuts. I did not know that's fucking nuts, bro. I look, he can't play Drake. I might be done.
I gotta find out what song he said that in.
I might be done playing Drake. That might be it.
Oh man,
yeah, man. I remember when he was a rapper, yo.
I was like, y'all was trying to get, I feel like I was like, my hater time, I feel like 2014, 15, or probably like 15, 16. I remember, I feel like I did not expect y'all to be listening to Drake. Like y'all too, I feel like did not expect y'all two to be listening to Drake at all. But I remember y'all be like, I feel like I was the Drake hater, and y'all would always be trying to get me to like, nah, he rap, like he can rap. And I was not saying he can't rap. I'm just like, I feel like it's pretty flip though. I feel like that was y'all. I feel like y'all got me. I feel like y'all got me in or back in, where it's just like, oh yeah, nah. I had a good stretch where I respected just the music and respected the music and respected the rapper. Even though I feel like coming in, it was just like back then I was just a hater because I feel like that was just easy to hate on him. It was especially that time, bro. I mean, the hate was crazy back then. I would think back to hate when it comes to LeBron and Drake in 2011, like 2010 to like 2012. Like that's just a wild time. Like people like hated them. Like everything about what the internet is now, where like people be too personal, like argue, like mad at a celebrity, like from day one, LeBron and Drake had that shit on. Like 2011, like people didn't even know anything about them. Like Drake just for being light skinned, LeBron just for being LeBron. Like people were going crazy people were crazy disrespectful, like out the gates. It was just like, but I feel like I was on that, like I don't know, like Kanye's music, or Kanye's 808s and Drake kind of like that's probably from my like sophomore, junior, senior year of high school. But I was full into like bars and hip hop, and Kanye was singing, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And then Drake started singing, so I was like, "Fuck this!" And then I came back around. It took me a while. I came back around to both of them, but everybody hated them at the beginning. Like everybody hated. I just remember that beginning part with Drake, where it was like, yo, just him being the soft, the light skinned rapper, everything. It was a crazy beginning to all this. He wasn't hip hop. He wasn't real. You remember KG Trash Talk?
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I was like the dude like that. I feel like he was all about real hoop and he was about real hip hop. Yeah. He just hated Drake and he hated LeBron. I was just like, it's just some grown man that just all of the day tweeting. He mad. He was hilarious. Man. You hate LeBron.
Yeah, old heads hated.
He hated Drake. Like, this ain't even real hip hop.
That's why like Joe Budden and them did not like him. Bro.
It was like looking back, like they looked a lot that era. Like Drake looked crazy. Drake always looked crazy to me. He looked crazy now, but looking back, like he wasn't the one that looked crazy in 2010. Like saying that whatever that video was y'all talking about. Yeah. But like back then, it was just like, yo, no, y'all people do not know how to respond to this. Like people don't know how to respond to this nigga. But people already, I feel like Kanye already split people in half too. He was already like Kanye on some weird shit. He dressing different.
Though the song where Drake says that line is called "Poppy's Home." That doesn't help. I just thought that was funny.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
See, man, don't even be looking at the details of this man's career now.
It's the type of shit they gonna be investigating down the line, bro. And why would, bro? It's just crazy reading it on Genius. Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like Magic City parking lot.
It's not even like
hear the talks when I walk by, like you know it's over when we drop. Nah, bro, you about to just skate past that line like that. See, he tried to make us forget about it. Nah, bro, that's crazy.
That's super crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Like Sierra Canyon's like a K through 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like mostly rich white people. Right? And athletes. That's like kind of all the school is like just famous people, rich white people. Jersey. And yeah, I guess.
I got a few days left and I'm gonna make use of every single one until every single's done, until every record is sold and every string is strung. They tell me to take a breather, Drake, and everything will come. What happened, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's a few things. Damn, Kendrick fucked up how I hear Drake line, bro. It was a few things in that just.
What? Come on, bro. That was the real Drake, bro. That was like 2009.
Just make me hear it a little different.
It's all love. Score on a tennis game. Come on, bro.
J-Bad, you remember that? You remember that stretch? I feel like there was a point where that happened to me with Future lyrics, and I couldn't not hear him. And I feel like at one point you told me I just had to stop actually, because he had that shit for a little Future and his whole.
Oh, and then. He had a few after that too.
So how we gonna let shit like that slide?
Hold on, wait, no, that's
those
different.
Are two totally different things.
If Future was that, then that's his business, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But we over here rapping that shit, and he over here denying that shit. And he's
because
saying
again, worst case scenario, he lying about being gay versus lying about being a pedophile.
Well, bro, he could lie. He could lie about that. You could lie about being gay. You can't lie about being a pedophile, bro.
Okay, no, I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying.
Oh,
he got everybody saying they sucking dick, and then they not even knowing it, bro. Like
he said, the only time I feel alive is when I take.
That does not even come close to what I hear. Like there's another word after take. Like there's not like it's not take. Like there's obviously another word after the first syllable. There's two syllables, bro.
I'm surprised Kodak let that answer slide, bro. I'm not, because bro, if that was me, I was like, bro, take what? Like, bro, you say it. You're not gonna say that ad lib that you said. Like, even if you saying
what's the song called? So we just
and the song is called "Coming Out Strong."
And the song, come on now, the song is called "Coming Out." I was gonna say so that people can listen for themselves. The song is called "Coming Out Strong." I love Future. Stop. We changing the subject right the fuck now.
Yeah, we just rolling in the Future.
That's his business, but he just can't have us saying shit without knowing what we saying, bro.
Bro, that song was on 2K.
Woo! Did they blur it out? They probably blurred that part.
I'm trying to remember if they did or not. Because it was either way. If they didn't blur it out, it was weird. If they did, then it's weird. That makes me think you said that shit even more.
I'm saying
2K be heavy bleak, but Future. Everything y'all say is just 2017. Feel like it's probably when Future took over. I feel like Kendrick was him, and like my favorite rapper and probably just the greatest on the planet. And I didn't think anything else. Nobody could change that. And then like 2017, by 2018, I feel like Future had already been like Future fucked everything up for everybody. Where I was everything y'all saying just made me thinking like, man, I had a couple playlists of Future and Frank Ocean back to back. I feel like just only their two songs. But I feel like at that time, like 2 years in a row, where both of them on top of the world, or just everything they made from about 2016 to 2018, neither of them missed. And I feel like even looking back, it's like, oh, Kendrick, as much as Kendrick was my favorite rapper, and as much as I could try to get into Drake's music, like it didn't matter because both of these niggas, Future and Frank, just changed the game up on both of these niggas and everybody.
take it.
Take it, take
Only
stick.
time I'm still alive when I take it. That's not what he said.
I feel the lyrics online say the only time I feel alive is when I take, and that could just be like this nigga like stealing, or like snatching women.
No,
it's syllables. It's not.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's that ad lib. You know what he was doing with that stick ad lib. I heard, like, bro, it literally sounds like he's saying stick until that part. But on that part, bro, it just doesn't sound like he's saying stick anymore, bro.
The Google lyrics say that the ad lib is still coming, so I don't know.
It's all over the place. It's trying to do a weird cover up.
Future, nah, bro. It's all, bro. I ain't even tripping on what you want.
I know what happened. I know the real truth. No, I know. No, I know what really. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Y'all know Future be in the studio and he be just like when he's like like he just be like saying shit sometimes and he don't be like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he admits it. He admits that sometimes he don't even like. He said a song one time. He don't even think he said an actual word. I forgot what song it was. So he said a bar. He said he don't think that actually was like a real bar. Like he just like said mumbled some shit out. So I think he had a bar that he had in his mind, but he just like let some shit out. You know what I mean? And he was like, "Hey, that shit sound clean." And probably just didn't catch it, type shit. You know what I mean? Daniel, stop laughing, bro. I'm serious, bro. He probably didn't catch it, bro. Like I feel like
for me, that's stream of consciousness. You feel me? Which even then it's cool. It's funny. I don't know.
Oh man,
it's
I really think that's what happened. Yo. I really think that's what happened.
You know how much times that nigga probably listens to the song. No, okay, maybe you're right, bro. Maybe he doesn't. He probably is the type of nigga that doesn't really like Lil Wayne, bro. Lil Wayne cannot recite his own lyrics, bro.
I would say it's probably a lot of what you saying, Steve, but also on the other level, like, oh, he don't give a fuck, like the way that a lot of people, like even the way we talking about it, trying to justify whether it's that way or not. I doubt he even care. You know what I mean? Check clearing, people listening. I see what you're saying. Like he's just throwing shit out there. I doubt he even gives a fuck. Well, I don't know. I don't think he gives a fuck what we thinking about him.
Like even if he did hear it, and he was like, "Oh, I don't give a fuck." He's like, "I know what I said, or I know what I meant."
Or just not even giving a fuck of how it comes
off.
Is
that Hendrix?
Yep, that was on Hendrix.
That's what I'm saying. Hendrix is the album too, where he poured. I mean, that's Kendrick poured. I feel like Future. If you know Future, he goes or he pours everything he going through out. I feel like it gets slept on. People just kind of
say that.
With that project, I'm saying he needs to credit for like that project is like, yo, that's probably the most like at the time, especially. Since then, that's what I'm saying. At the time, especially because after that, I think his music got more like even more in depth or even more into like more personal and shit like that. But like it starts because I always say my favorite project at that time was I like the Future project more than the Hendrix project. Yeah, but both of them, Future I felt was like. Had straight hits and was just could ride like up tempo, great sound. The whole trap era, whatever the shit the Migos made the wave. Future Thug made the wave. The Migos took it, and then Future took it back. I feel like with Future, where it's like, yo, he can do this shit with ease. But then Hendrix was the one that was crazy because it was like, yo, this is just a great felt like only Kendrick Lamar gives me this level of like kind of introspection and making great sounding music at the same time. So I just give him for credit. Like that would also go back to like that time, it was Hendrix and it was Frank Ocean's project like back to back for me. So it was kind of like 2 and 2. I'm like, yo, these niggas both it's just two niggas two older niggas really who just kind of have no shame and just letting everything out. And they're artistically, I don't want them to have any shame with it, because wherever they're at artistically with beats, rapping, singing, everything is gold right now. So it's just like, oh yeah, just give me the absolute real, whatever the hell you going through right now, just kind of spit this shit out. It's like, hey, even if it, one bar, or just everything, the whole thing is it's projects. They were making projects filled with bars of the mystery of I don't know who this nigga is, and I'll never know who this nigga is. But this is some classic music, and anybody can learn about themselves from listening to Frank or Future at that time.
That's hella true. Future is on record saying, on a documentary, saying you might not know you might not know what I'm saying is real or not. This nigga said he really just reinvented himself into this person that you might not know what's true or what's not. Even that nigga said he don't even be off drugs like that, bro. Just yeah. So I don't know. The only way that line makes sense is if the only time I feel alive is when I want to vent because I know it ain't safe.
Bro, what the fuck? He does not say what?
The only time I feel alive is when I talking about drugs, and he wants to vent, but he knows it's not safe. I just don't know why he had to ad lib there. Because even after he says I want to vent, but it ain't safe, he say that shit again, bro. But I'm done talking about this. Future.
That's crazy.
We just analyze, bro. That's what he said, bro. No. I believe, bro. He was talking about taking a pill. That's what he said to Kodak. He's like taking a pill. Yep.
All right. No, you're right. He did say that to Kodak. He did say that himself. He did say that. He did.
I feel like it lines up with how he talks about that shit.
It is true. Yeah, that is
true. Real quick, can we go back to this Gideon dude real quick?
Because this nigga, you scaring me.
No, not in a bad way. No, not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. His Wikipedia is just hilarious. Because now it's oh, that's that. I had 3 different moments reading Wikipedia. Oh, that's that nigga. So first, apparently his first thing was when he tried to get an autograph from DeMarcus Cousins during the game, and security tried to take him down, and Cousins was chill or whatever like that. That's how.
In the middle of that pedophile video, I was dying because he introduced himself to the cop as DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, exactly. And I says one of that case. So it's that one. This nigga got permanently banned from Twitch because he kept sending people to Pokemon's chats with L ratio.
The female?
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah. And then the funniest part for me, last thing for him is just he was also remember the dude that was laid out on the sideline during the WNBA game, Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, last year, the nigga who was at the WNBA game and just sleep on. He got courtside tickets, but would just sleep on courtside.
That was him.
That was that nigga.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Why he do that, bro?
And then last one, and this is just for us coming up in the church. This nigga. So, where does it say? In September 2023, Adams announced he would be retiring from making prank videos in turn of following Christianity. The following month, Adams took down all his prank and non-Christian content for his main and second channels and followed up with why delete all my videos. He changed his name from Gideon to Gideon.
Gideon. That's how I spelled it first, bro.
That's real. But again,
I'm trying to figure out because I looked this nigga up and he's only fucking 23 and born in 2000. So how did he have time to go? This nigga went through a lot of shit, bro, in a small amount of time.
It's all last 3 years.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
But shout out to him for sure.
Shouts out to him.
Didn't realize he had all the shit, and I've seen so many people take up the faith. I feel like I guess I've seen a lot of rappers change their name from their rap name to the Christian version of their rap name, so it's funny to see him do that shit.
The YouTuber do that,
I think it's a good segue. I want to talk a little WNBA. Caitlin Clark, you've been getting. They've been doing Caitlin Clark bad.
Pull up the push.
Thanks, bro. Yeah. Pull up the push. You seen the push yet? Yeah, bro. They got it out for her, bro. It's good though. This gonna make a monster.
Wait, let me see the push. Oh, okay. Bro, wait, what is this?
This 90s basketball right here,
yeah, bro. This is Larry Bird, bro.
That's exactly. She looks like
crazy.
Isaiah
It's
Thomas.
crazy because Angel Reese. So Angel Reese is Caitlin's rival from college. She was celebrating with the girl that pushed her after. She was damn near.
Wait, say that again.
Angel Reese plays for the other team.
What?
Yeah, so Angel Reese was playing there. She was playing against Angel Reese, and Angel Reese damn near damn near celebrated the girl. Yeah, dapped her up and shit and laughed after she did that to Caitlin. Bro. It's the
I see that.
Nah, yeah, bro. Oh yeah, that shit's somewhere.
What
It's on my
the
Instagram,
fuck?
but
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, bro, it's like
So
Magic
then-
and Bird, bro. It's the beginning. Race wars and all, bro. I love
Not
all
the
this
race
shit.
wars.
Nah, bro, people are making this racial, bro.
This one sports are for people to figure out how to talk about race with over because the sports really don't matter. It's just a game, you feel me? But people get intense and take it seriously. But we got enough serious stuff to actually talk about race going on in life that's really depressing. So you could talk about race and you could argue with people in the comments. The people are I be cracking up.
No,
we
know
arguing
about
the racist perspectives.
People arguing in the comment section is hilarious. I guess underneath taking it hella serious, going like the fact that if he going like long ass comments, I feel like going back and forth about Caitlyn and Angel or about anything about black, like turns into a black and white thing is just like crazy to me.
It turns in so quickly, like, bro. It has white people saying, like, bro, that's what I don't like about this, bro. That's why I'm like, bro, if y'all don't let Caitlyn thug this out, bro, like a lot of white people keep trying to play the race card. That's my problem. Like they keep trying to say that people don't like her because she's white, and I'm just like, bro, like
this is just hoop.
It's just bad. Like I don't know, bro.
No, it's like this. I was like, if you pay attention, I feel like that's like 90s basketball shit. Just like, hey, yo, like anybody NBA fans have been like obsessed with like, yeah, just why isn't this physical? Why is this soft? Why this isn't like I'm watching basketball for 20 years, and I feel like over the last 10 years, every year people have been saying about the NBA, like they flop too much, it's too soft, it needs to be like it used to be, like they used to just be able to fight, they used to be able to just the animosity used to be actually real. People always say they're friends now, like they hang out with each other, like these players don't actually hate each other, they like each other, and it's just the animosity of that built basket. This is kind of the animosity that built basketball. Like, if you guys want to know how the NBA was built, well, yeah, it was genuine like animosity and like fans. Like, it wasn't just that. Like, you saw like the Pistons and the Bulls hated each other. It wasn't just that. It was that the fan bases hated each other irrationally, like to a point where it's like they were dumb about it, but like they became fans in the moment of like this shit going on. Like same thing back then though. Like a bunch of other shit going on in the world that's affecting probably the way people are arguing about Magic and Bird. And Isaiah has like the quote. I feel like has a quote about Larry Bird saying something like he won something because he was white or something like that, or he gets praised because he's white. Like back then, it's just like a whole bunch of other stuff. Real shit going on in the world at that time for black people, for white people in this country and shit like that. And it's like, oh yeah, we just needed a game to like just argue about this shit in a nothing at all kind of way. But also like that real animosity and shit like that built the sport, I guess. It's like,
this shit, so it's kind of good for the sport.
It's like, this is not repeating history, but it's the next evolution off of this. Like, kind of saw why the NBA was so popular. I think in the first time around was like, this was just good hoop, good talent, but drama. Like,
Hey, bro, and all the WNBA fans that are mad at new WNBA fans bro, y'all gotta realize like. It's okay that I feel like Caitlyn and Angel coming into y'all league gave it more recognition. It's like I feel like a lot of long-term WNBA fans, like before all this hype, are kind of mad at people because they feel like, oh, it's always been like this. I'm like, okay, bro, but like you should never be mad about your game growing, regardless of how your game grows happen. Like you give credit, I don't know, just give credit where it's due. Give credit to Caitlyn and Angel because they did kind of like, bro, they got more eyes than ever on the WNBA right now. Like, and it's like kind of undeniable.
I fully get what you're saying, but I respect the nerd. I feel like I was a hater for so long. I respect the nerd who does hate. I feel like kind of like if you've been here and you know the history right now, like know the full history, or you've been watching the WNBA for 10 plus years, kind of, you really know women's basketball, shit like that. And or just to experience the way where everybody comes in, I would like compare it to just like to be a fan of anything like outside of like sports, or like take it away from the like NBA and basketball, or like the whole like where we're at, like women's sports, like needing to get more eyes on women's sports and shit like that. Like for us, like 2K is like, oh no, I felt like I was a fan of this game and I love this game, and then all of a sudden 2016 or 17 rolls around and like everybody's playing this game. There's like this time we times by like when I fell in love with 2K in 2008 compared to where we were in 2008, 2K18. I'm like, yo, where did all these people come from? Like, why do y'all even like this game? Y'all don't even play this game right. Y'all don't know how to appreciate this game and shit like that. So I respect, like, it's like I couldn't be. It took me time to be aware. Just be like, oh, the game's expanded, and like if the game's expanded, then I'm probably gonna get the things that I want, or I just can appreciate the game the way I appreciate it, kind of shit like that. But also, like, I can't help still resist, kind of like, yeah, no, you catch me on the wrong day, I'm just gonna go off hating on online 2K shit for no reason, because I'm like, yo, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Like back in the day, y'all don't understand. Y'all wasn't, like I was saying, y'all wasn't watching the WNBA when Candace, y'all wasn't watching Lisa Leslie, like y'all didn't give a fuck back then. But like that's me with nobody gives a fuck about college hoops 2K. It's the best 2K ever.
Yeah,
Lisa Leslie might be the best most important WNBA player ever. And it's gonna feel, to the fan that watched them and experienced that, it is gonna feel weird. I was like, I respect the nerd I respect it, either one you get. The one that is like, I love Angel Reese and Caitlin because I've been watching since Lisa Leslie, and the one that's like, I've been watching since Lisa Leslie, and there's too many people around that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, I respect both because I've been both. I've been both
too, and I realized that I like, nah, bro, y'all can't. That's gate. They be it's kind of gatekeeping, and it's
also informed. You can be gatekeeping, but you got to turn it to informative.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be like, but I'm gonna tell y'all about the game. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all missed. Like,
exactly. And that, but like, even being able to tell you have the opportunity to tell people what they missed because
explain to them what they're seeing right now.
Exactly.
Like, it's let's say it's taking that, realizing like people, for me, it's like that with 2K good, like people don't know what they're experiencing with this shit. So if I talk about it the right way, then maybe they can like it'll make their experience even better, kind of shit like that. Like, you got the information for how we got here, then you could help people understand what they're watching and where it's going. But it's you just got to get over that hump of like listening to people talk about this thing that you love, but they don't know what the hell they talking about. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, y'all just got here.
It's like there's a certain degree of it too where you gotta at least somewhat pay attention to kind of how race and gender play into it, because it is right now it is a lot of black women having to listen to white people and men try to explain something to them, like how to make something successful that they've been, like, you know what I mean? It's like explaining something to them that they've been following and promoting and pushing and doing the work behind for like years. And I feel like it's cool to bring up Lisa Leslie, but like a lot of the stuff is like, fuck, like the shit that was happening in the last 3 years. Like the WNBA has been in a really good place or has been building for a few years now, and to just, I think that's been part of it for a lot of people too. And like little shit, like nobody needs Austin Rivers explaining to them why you need to like be okay with this or that or some shit, because you know what I mean. I think there's levels to it, but I don't know. There's definitely levels to it. There's definitely some. You guys kind of keep in mind, like who are the major stakeholders here? What do they look like? And how does it? It's interesting.
I always say this all go back to them owners. Them NBA owners are a crazy group of individuals. Like y'all, you go down each individual person if you can find them. Like that's a crazy group, and it's never not been a crazy group for 40 years now. You feel me? So if you want to know anything about the NBA and WNBA, it all runs through what is profitable, what makes sense to the owners of the NBA teams, in combination with Adam Silver. Everybody else, then you can talk about the players, the NBA players, what they should do for the WNBA, the WNBA players, what they should be doing. Is like, for me, it all goes back to like David Stern in 1999 was on his way to making the Bobcats, but he could have been developing the whole second league and really putting time, energy, culture, because there was culture and energy there to like in a beautiful sport and a beautiful game. But he didn't give a fuck because none of the owners gave a fuck about the WNBA, or like specifically the WNBA owners, since 2000, have not given a fuck about women's basketball. And it's like if the NBA owners ever cared like they care about the NBA and see it that way, then they could build something. But it's gonna take the WNBA players finding their voice, finding their talent, making the league it should be the other way around. They're gonna have to make this profitable for the NBA owners to like give a fuck. Bro. And it's gonna be a lot because the NBA owners are a lot closer to they don't even care about sports a lot of times. like
people gotta invest though. Like the NBA, that's the only way this shit is going. Like WNBA is gonna ramp up in views and attention is if people in the NBA, like I know they do, but like it's not nearly enough.
It's not
like,
enough.
I promise you, it's not nearly enough. Like people in the UFC, like the male fighters talk about the female fighters like so fucking much, and like everybody, like Dana White, like they talk about them so fucking much, and it's just like it's because it's part of the organ. It's like, do they have ABC games?
No, bro. Okay.
They don't have ABC. Like, do they need to get the same broadcasting as the NBA? They need to be put like on the same. That's the only way, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they need to invest in them, and it's probably not going to be like profitable at the beginning. But you need to do this for them to be able to start getting
it's anything like that.
It's not going to happen just naturally. We've been trying to let it happen naturally because it's just not going to happen naturally.
These dudes pump them. The dudes, the owners are in that type of big money. Not anything about the venture capitalists or that type of people. Like, they live their 20s and 30s with the idea that they've invested big money and lost. Like, they know it takes, in order to make money, you have to invest. Like, you have to have big investment, or like you put yourself out there in that big risk reward, and then they just have to see the WNBA as something that it's not even a risk reward kind of thing. It's only reward. Like, it's only ever been reward. And if the last 5 years hasn't shown you that, then the full history should have been showing you that. Like, the NBA. You are the creators of the WNBA. Like, it runs through nobody else but you. You have this gold mine right here. If you care about it, if you want to see it as one of those things that you want to throw your investment in, knowing it's not going to be profitable at first, but you're going to be the base. You're going to be you built the foundation. You're gonna hold all the value of it. And it's like it's crazy because it's like they're not gonna give a fuck, and they're still gonna get a hold way too much of the value in this shit.
We just need that one person who likes attention, because he's gonna do it, and he's gonna have a movie made about him.
LeBron when he retires.
It is gonna be LeBron, bro. LeBron needed,
It's gonna help them out so much.
It's what the NBA has with the like baseball and football with the helmet and the hat, but like NBA is just we're living through the time of like these faces are recognizable, these people are famous off the court and can build that shit. But yeah, it's once we get somebody from the internet era of basketball who retires and then goes to coach the WNBA, and everybody knows this face and knows this personality and watched their whole career, knows this person, it's like it's gonna do way too much for the WNBA, but it is gonna do a lot. But it's like the Derek, for us, we felt like Derek Fisher isn't a big deal, and it wasn't. And like I always want to know that story.
Yeah, we
coaching in the WNBA, but whoever the next one is, like is actually that played in the NBA Twitter time. Like that's the point guard or the guard that like really people are watching and paying attention.
We need to do a deep dive. That's gonna be a separate episode, but I do want to do a deep dive into that Derek Fisher WNBA shit, because I know it was more shit than what we heard about, bruh. I know this nigga was on some shit, bruh.
One of the wildest stories I've ever seen drop, like just on the timeline. That shit's wild.
It's a bad story.
Yeah.
Man, it needs a deep dive, but yes,
he benched the best player in the W.
She won the fucking MVP like next year.
Top 5 all time.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like
I want to sit down with Candace.
But I know that shit. I know it's more than. If this nigga was willing to do that, I just know it's a lot of funny story or fucked up stories from that season of having Derek Fisher as your coach in the WNBA. Yeah, that's where it ended at.
Ramona Shelburne has a good article that dropped that day when all that news came out. That's probably worth a read before we dip into that next time. But crazy shit. Very horrible.
Last thing,
really bad basketball manager. My bad. Go ahead.
But shit like the investing thing, like I couldn't. It was Angel Reese's second game. Mm-hmm. I couldn't watch Angel Reese's second WNBA game anywhere. It was only available on Fubo Sports. I literally paid for WNBA League Pass. I thought it was going to be a thing, bro, because Caitlin Clark's first game was on Prime Video, but they only did that for it ain't been no other WNBA games on Prime Video since that. So I was like, oh, so y'all just bought one game. And bro, deadass, I was really trying to watch Angel Reese's second game, and I couldn't. The fact that I can't watch one of the new faces of your league's second game, that's
startup company type shit. Buying one, what the fuck?
This is why I see this. This is actually good if you explain that, because this is second time the NBA not being ready for what for me feels like it's obvious they could be eating on, but it's Zion, post Lonzo Ball, that many people knowing his name, his face, and who he is, the fact that the NBA didn't get multiple, LaMelo and Zion are so famous, and so where you're going, they're going to be in your league, and you can start preparing for this now. Can you get them NBA, ESPN? Can you get eyes on them at all? Can you get a showcase game? Can you get any type of thing? Get them nationally televised? But then here we are, 6 years, 5 and 6 years later from that, and it's still I'm looking at the NBA underneath You have young American basketball talent that people love, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Can you get all the eyes on them? Can you put them in the spot where we put the Steph Curry, LeBron spot, whatever, the national televised spot, or even the ESPN spot where everybody knows to watch and going to watch? Like, if you have people already know who these people are, and like that's where your league is going now. It's like people are coming in. LaMelo Ball, Zion Williamson, and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese over the last 10 years, we can see they're coming in with social media. They're coming in with fans. They're coming in with influence. And it's like the NBA. How can you like this is where your profit starts. This is where the future of your league starts. This is where you need to be focusing on how to take this talent and bring in more fans, because they're already coming in bringing in their fans.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they
do your side of it instead of like Zion and LaMelo are playing for two of the worst organizations to be playing for to be as famous as they were, and I don't think either of them are not talented at all. I think they're both very talented and can still have really good careers. But like, yo, the NBA just let LaMelo play for the Bobcats and Zion play for New Orleans, and it's like, yo, this is kind of a waste of really famous people, you know.
They made sure they got Wemby right though. They sure Wemby ended up on them Spurs.
They get it right when they want to be that team. It's got to be so obvious for them, man. It's gonna be Derrick Rose on the Bulls, Patrick Ewing on the Knicks, Wemby on the what's it called? They almost messed up Michael Jordan. They couldn't mess that one up. LeBron. Man, I feel bad for LeBron, man. Now, they made him have to deal with all that Cleveland stuff, man.
He did low key get bullied into that shit, bro. He did not. I looking back at it now, bro. This nigga did not.
He didn't need that pressure. Like if he got drafted to someone else in the East, it probably would have been a similar story, but without all the pressure of like you're gonna leave home, and then all the pressure of you got to go back home. Where it's like he could have just been in the East. You feel me? Same thing. Gone to the Heat after he, whatever trash team drafted him, and then he would have went back to Cleveland on the first time he ever been to Cleveland. Never would have like had the whole drama of like.
But then it's his fault because this nigga did do a whole ESPN televised decision of him leaving his bro. This nigga, you just left your hometown on national TV. I don't know, like damn, bro. You left your home state on national TV, bro. You did not have to do that to them. That's why them niggas was burning your jerseys, bro.
That was crazy, bro. People had so much hate, bro. People be mad, bro.
I said, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. And he still came back and gave y'all a ring, bro. After y'all burned his jersey. He ain't, bro. That's how I know LeBron got that. That nigga got an ego, bro. That nigga know what he was doing, bro. All right, y'all gonna burn my jersey. I'm about to go win. Come back and win y'all more. Shut the fuck up. I might never come back now, but I can if I want to. He probably won't now. But yeah, bro. I see. Shout out to LeBron, bro. I see what you did there.
Shout out to LeBron. It's kind of crazy from you.
It is, bro. I respect LeBron more as I get older.
I noticed that the older I get, the more I respect Jay-Z.
Jay-Z too. Jigga too.
Jay-Z, man. I don't know why.
I wish I could get into his music more, but I don't listen. Like, bro, I just don't listen to a lot of Jay-Z, bro. Personally, and I'm not shitting on him. I know that's like he's in the top 10.
It's low key before y'all time, like low key. Like again, Jay's done plenty of rapping since then, but like so much. I mean, but you know what I mean? Jay's peak.
It's because we know
when Jay is Jay, y'all are like not even in fucking middle school yet.
Yeah, so Big L's not before.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The only reason
that it's just who you.
But I think that's that in between where it's weird. Where like it's easy. I feel like it was easier to be a person that goes back and has that '90s nostalgia at y'all age because Jay-Z. It's not too far. It's not far back enough. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Jay-Z. Like, I was saying, y'all the first YouTube kids. So y'all go back and listen to the '90s. Jay-Z's like pretty far down the list because he's dropping at that time. Like Jay-Z's, when I'm like you're 6th grade and I'm like 9th grade. Like the Jay-Z's in his like. He about to go like headed towards that run of like where he ends up with Watch the Throne and all that stuff like that. I feel like, but we're going back as if like that experience of getting on YouTube and just going back to '90s shit. Like you're gonna go back to Pac, Big, Nas, and Big L. Anybody who's and anybody else who's passed away. Like you're going back to that before you go back to Jay. I think because like because even like the difference, like Jay is dropping and Jay's a part of shit right now. Like Nas, we weren't getting shit from then, so you had to go back to actually find. But once you even start going, like, you know what I'm saying, so whoever you find, like I feel like me and Mike found most Def. Well, I feel like you found Nas Big L more so, but like it's whoever you find, you're just gonna get. You find one of the greatest. I wish it would have been Jay. Like I kind of wish, you know what I'm saying, wish it could have been Jay, but I get why. Like we didn't go back to Jay's music.
No, I feel like Jay-Z. First, I feel like you probably know the most. You probably know the most Jay-Z.
For me, it was later. That's like I went through everybody before I found went to Jay. Went to listen to Biggie, listen to Pac, listen to Nas, listen to Tribe, listen to the Roots, and then I finally I feel like I went to Jay. I went to Jay and Wayne and caught up on Kanye. Like that was all like 2011. I finally was like, I'm not a hater anymore. Let me go back and see what I missed. Listen to as much as I can of what I missed of Jay-Z, Wayne, and Kanye, because everybody loves Jay-Z, Wayne, and Kanye. And I was just like, Lupe's better than all these guys, so I don't care. But then I went back and I was like, okay, Kanye was like for me, it was like, oh yeah, he doesn't miss. But Jay had man, I can't even say which projects it was I was fucking
That's
with.
the shit. Jay-Z didn't become Jay-Z became Jay-Z later than like Nas became Nas and Big L established themselves, and Jay-Z didn't really establish himself in the 90s. I feel like it was a little 99, 2000, and he was really
99's like the first one. Like he's not JJ until like 01, 03. Because whenever Reason was out, a Black album, or
like when the PIMP
Black
came out, that was like. Yeah, that was just When was that? Like 2000? That's like 2002, right? 2000? No, that's like 2004.
I want to say 3. I'm gonna guess 3.
Yeah, that shit felt like though. Like that was Jay-Z.
A little later. That's just crazy. Like him and Kanye kind of like they're kind of like I don't know. Jay-Z had his foot in the game, but he still wasn't big yet. But Kanye's coming up while Jay-Z is becoming a mega star.
When?
It's like what?
Oh, which one?
PIMP.
Yeah.
I thought you said 07. You almost threw me off.
Did Mike say? Or
nah.
When did PIMP come out? Wait, what's that song actually called?
I don't know.
It's not Big Pimpin', right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's it. They said 99 on Rap Genius at least.
That's like okay. Still, that's he ain't really.
Well, I think we were talking about last night with Doom and Kanye. I felt like I was comparing them. We're talking to Jordan, but Jay. To look back or just Kanye and Jay as the rapper, Kanye as the producer. Like that's all. That's what rap is. I think rap is an evolution in the 80s with Eric B, Rakim, Run DMC, Jam Master Jay, like the rapper and the DJ, I feel like, and everything's just changing really, really fast. Jay-Z and Kanye are both like, they're probably inspired and ready to go, like 96, 97. Jay-Z's got a couple projects in, and Kanye is already like owning in on the sounds like that people are gonna love 5-10 years from there, like 5-10 years later. But like them finding each other was kind of like two people who are not overground, not crazy successful or mainstream, but like the combination of the two, the rapper DJ, it was like they ended up kind of being able to kind of dominate, take over the world over like on some simple shit 10 years later, just by connecting, just because they connected. Like by like 98, 99, Kanye works on whatever. This is the blueprint. But Kanye works on whatever project, like one or two J projects, and like that 99 to like 02, 03 time period leading up to College Dropout. And it's like, then they're both there, and it's like, just what was under the surface came over. Like it was there though. Heart of the City. That's probably my favorite Jay-Z song, but I don't feel like that could be a respect. I don't know if that's a respected choice from Jay-Z fans. Heard that. That's the one that stuck. It makes my playlist still through the years sometimes. And other than that, though, I don't know if I could list any other song.
Fucking amazing.
That's my favorite Jay song. My favorite Jay song is probably Renegade. That's like my not even because Eminem's on it, because I feel like Jay-Z was actually rapping on that. He was talking his shit.
Yeah.
I
feel like
what else?
I feel like mine is the What's It Fix. I go straight to 99 Problems. I don't know that beat, man.
Yeah. I don't know why I go to that Big Pimpin' song. Big Pimpin'. I don't know.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Who was on that song?
Who Big
UGK, right? UGK.
Yeah. Not Jay. That is wild. That's because I know, like, obviously my mind know he was making music in 96, 97, but it is weird how much he just feels like that nigga's a 2000s rapper. I don't know. It's funny.
He is a 2000s rapper. 99, yeah. If you pop off a 99, Nick, yeah, you're 2000s rapper. Because he lasted after that.
It is wild. I guess I always thought
That's what I'm saying.
Reasonable
The rap
Doubt is
thing.
96.
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt's 96. But I mean, he was rapping for some years before Reasonable Doubt. I was always thinking back to it, I was just like, 1992 just has to be like an absolute. It doesn't make sense, and like we needed the internet then because it just seems like it was a crazy ass time. Like there's just so many different kinds of rap.
New York, like even.
Yeah, it was like even just New York. It's just like, yo, no, this is still like, yeah, it's the LL Run DMC, but also the beginning of just the Wu-Tang tribe, everything about that. The West Coast is going it's going by 93, 94, like full steam. It's like, man, everybody's just it's just like that. I feel like what we know now with the internet, where everybody's just like, everybody raps, and there's so many rappers, and everybody's trying to rap. But it's like, no, I think that's what it was in '92. Like, it's been really that since '92, and it happened overnight. Like, as soon as MCs started rapping, like, yeah, there's just a bunch of just characters out there rapping. Like, it's just like there's more to find, and like Jay-Z's cool because it's like Jay-Z's like me being able to look at Jay-Z cool now. It's like, in 1990, 91, he's just a young kid that loves rap, and like one of the infinite many like now on the internet, and he happened to be one of them ones that was gonna get lucky 10, 15 years down the line because he kept rapping. Like, he kept rapping. And it was just, he's not special, but he is special and that's like what makes rap special. It's like, it's just a lot of it all starts with a nigga just rapping. A
lot of fools talk about like SoundCloud rappers nowadays. Like, they think this shit's new, but they don't realize how much thousands of MCs there was back then that didn't make it for shit, that just like still got their tapes that they show their family nowadays type shit. Like, but people been rapping for a long motherfucking time. People don't know, but there's a lot of motherfucking rappers out there. Like, man, that's why like that GOAT shit is like a real debate. That's why this Kendrick shit is the craziest shit. This whole Kendrick Drake shit is the craziest shit to me, because Kendrick really the GOAT out of all these people. People don't understand that, bro. Kendrick is the greatest rapper that ever lived. I don't give a fuck, bro. He's the greatest person that has ever held a motherfucking pen that raps, and that's just facts, bro. It's fucking facts.
Showed it. He does everything, bro. I mean, I feel like he took everything from all those greats that we mentioned, and in the perfect time of music, just sonic. I don't know, bro. He pieced it all together perfectly, bro. Like, he just.
First, interesting question. Just as y'all are talking about that, I want to hear y'all guess. First, what year Jay-Z's the first song Jay-Z debuts on, the song that he raps on, the first one ever. What year y'all think it came out?
88.
91.
Hold on. Let me.
It's a feature. I should say feature.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say 90, 93 or 94.
Okay, Steve's.
88.
All right, Steve's is the closest. Y'all all too high though.
85.
86.
Have
y'all ever heard of Jazzo? Apparently Jazzo was like one of the dudes came up on his air, kind of his mentor apparently.
Yeah,
he got a single called HP Gets Busy. That's got Sean Carter, songwriter. He on the track rapping and everything. 1986.
I was gonna say everybody had to be rapping by like rap hadn't made it out of the garage in the basement yet, but everybody was like probably spitting bars like 86, 87, 88. Meanwhile, like the only thing that's popular, the most popular rap song is still like the da 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 da. Meanwhile, there's just a bunch of niggas just going in, but like I said, Jay-Z born 68 or 69. I'm pretty sure he's late 60s. So I was like, imagine anybody that's born at that time, like 80, by the time you get to 15, 16, it's just a matter. Anybody that we know of as a rapper in the 90s, it's like flashback 10 years, even before that, before rap is even rap. Like, they're all like, they're ready to make it. They're just, nobody's ready to listen yet. Like,
I recorded my first song when I was like 15, 14.
I was saying, bro. Like the same. Feel like I wrote down the NBA's the family. Kind of wrote down a full list. Kind of try to write down an order of time. Was like you and Mike been rapping for a long time, bro. You, Steve, and Mike. It's like Jordan. I feel like me starting to rap so late feel like waiting until 29 to decide, like, oh, 28, 29, like, okay, I think I want to rap. I'm going to try to rap. But just Jordan having that, me being the closest brother to Jordan years wise, but then, like, you know, Jordan got two brothers who just literally all they do is rap. So it's just, yeah, y'all just been doing this. You and Mike both got the teenage, like, y'all been doing this since y'all been writing rap since teenagers, like, for real, like, seriously. It's just like, oh, it's like Jordan didn't know probably as much as he probably even wrote a little bit, or however much you didn't take it serious, but like, yeah, there was just two niggas. Mike had the whole studio set up, and Steve was ready to rap and had been writing like right when Jordan turns 18. It's like, oh, yep, like, he just ready to go. And I feel like it didn't go for 8 years later. And I was like, oh, all y'all been going for this for like decades now, bro. I was like, I gotta step in and try this shit. Yeah, like, everything also probably the studio and the apartment is crazy, because just having a place to do it and then having the mic and the setup and knowing how to do that shit. I feel like that's Mike knowing because of Big Cuzzo and my uncle and shit like that. You said what?
I said, yeah, shout out Unc and Cuzzo, because that's the reason I had a place to record.
That's the transition of, like, that's NBA's the family studio zero, because Mike needed the knowledge from June Dwight and that trio, but then y'all just turned that trio into y'all trio, or it's like, yeah, y'all when y'all was 18, it's just, yeah, Mike know how to set it up just enough for y'all to be rapping and stuff like that. I feel like I was able to just jump in on the next. Like, I waited till the technology was great now. Like, oh yeah.
I would say y'all, because I didn't really know even what I was doing. Remember I had y'all recording on Audacity. That's so fucking insane to me now to think about, that we had y'all recording on Audacity.
Hey, it worked. It worked, bro. We was learning a lot. I ain't gonna lie. You was ready. You came in like you was. You came in like you were supposed to. You was ready. You've been ready to get into a studio since you was 15. And but me, I didn't even know what I was doing. So it was good for me to have Audacity, because it was so basic. I feel like I learned it enough to just know the basic of, like, how to record a song. And then once I got on GarageBand and I knew how to work I just knew how to work it already from Audacity, and then got on Logic from GarageBand, and then GarageBand is damn near the same as Logic. Then it's just, so shout out to Audacity, bro.
It's wild how much music y'all recorded pre-Mac, actually. Just don't think too much about the pre-Mac days nowadays, but just like, oh yeah, that was a good amount. That was like everything in that apartment was pre-Mac, actually.
We got like 20-minute freestyle sessions and shit.
That's how you know you love it.
You need to delete, bro. I know you still got that shit on your drive somewhere. You need to get rid of those, bro.
Bro, you gotta keep that, bro. All you need is one clip, bro. I'm finna put that in a documentary like 20 years from now, bro. Just one. You're thinking of the whole thing in the session and feeling it. I wasn't even there. I'm finna just find one clip, bro, that make y'all sound crazy dope. Oh, they've been doing this, man, for 50 years. This is the first one.
That's too
I don't want to hear nothing from there, bro. I know that's bro. I was, bro. I didn't know how to rap, and I was zooted. That was not a good combination, bro. I was high, and I didn't know how to rap with. I was like high, bro.
It brought it out of you, though, bro. I remember you was going, bro. I surely remember that.
I remember I had one session trying to get one song down to like 6 a.m. off of Adderall's, bro. Y'all was knocked out, bro. I think that was. I think maybe Amari was even. Yeah, Amari was there for that session, bro. And nigga, I could not go to sleep, bro. Like, till I got this verse down. Nigga heard that shit the next day. That shit was ass, bro. I was like, oh yeah, that shit make you feel like you doing something. That shit does not give you the ability to, like, I just really had to take time and learn to rap. Actually, like that shit.
Bro, I feel like the first time I really had y'all recording yourselves, because I wasn't over there. Really, just because y'all niggas had us play 2-hit baseball. Right before y'all smoked, bro. We was doing 2-hit baseball, and I like literally.
Remember when you laid down?
Yeah, exactly. I could not get up, bro. I felt bad because I was just sitting there recording y'all. I was like, nah, y'all got to press that. Like, no one now was like, nigga, was just pressing the record button, but still, just like I was.
Oh, bro, that was that session. That was one of the first sessions, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was when you had them bubblegum cookies, bro. That was the real original cookies, bro. And like that shit was different, bro.
It used to mean something to get some cookies back in the day, especially like cookies back in the day.
Now everything is just some cook, bro. I'm a victim of that, bro. I'll be saying some shit. I'm like, I don't know, bro. You see what it looked like? It's probably some type of cook. I don't know, bro.
They funny too. Like, okay.
Bro,
As long as they got that look, that smell.
look, bro.
Really, how much
Man,
changed, bro? I feel like
what happened to green crack, bro? What happened to these
I fucking
strains?
forgot
Green
about
crack,
green crack, bro.
blue dreams,
I
They used to
smoked
be
green
bro.
crack a couple
cool.
months ago.
Bro, you got
Bruh.
some? Was it this? Was it?
It felt the same,
Felt
bro.
the
It
same.
felt because it was like super green and it had like you know how it had like those stems, like
Yep,
like kind of had like the long stem stick.
stems.
Yeah,
Yep,
bro. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
People see that now and just think bad weed. No, bro, that's not always bad weed, bro. It's like weed is a plant. That shit grows in so much different ways, bro. Like I'll smoke some green crack still. Y'all
That's
niggas
what I
be
thought when I
hating,
saw it.
Oh, shit. That was a time, bro. Back before weed was legal, buying weed in Vallejo was like buying weed legally in Vallejo before weed was actually legal was like one of the best things, bro.
That shit was easy, bro.
That shit was crazy,
nigga.
bro. Yeah, because I remember that shit wasn't normal. Because that shit was happening like when we were like 16. Everybody that was 18 was getting the cards.
Was getting their cars, bro.
Yeah.
Sending one person with a card to get weed for everybody, bro.
Living in the future.
Niggas was trying to.
Will was living in the future. Bro.
I remember when I turned 18, I did my little thing to get my card. I went on the little video call with the dude.
Yep.
And then I told him I couldn't sleep and I couldn't eat. And he was like, okay, for sure. And then he's like, I'm gonna write you your prescription right now. I'm gonna send it over. I was like, shut, like literally that fast. That's all I told him. And that's
the most
direct response.
Nerve-wracking experience, like just being going on Google, Reddit, trying to figure, or probably not even Reddit back then. It's like, what's gonna happen? What do I say to make sure? Oh, nigga, you just go in and say you can't sleep, bro, or just say you have anxiety, and it's over, and that's it.
That's what's crazy because by the time we did it, like I remember because I feel like me and you got our cars at the same time. Like by the time we did it, it was all digital. But like I remember Amari and Misa. I think when Amari and Misa got theirs, bro, they actually had to go into like a doctor, like in Flint or the city or some shit. Where'd you go to yours at? Was yours in Vallejo, Mikey?
Yeah, because that's back then. The dispensaries would just low key just have a doctor that they would just have there and give you your lick so you can go with your weed right then after type shit.
Fake ass doctor. That's hella funny.
I was terrified, bro. And it really, the more I look back, I feel like not too long after, and more I look back, I was like, bro, I actually need this shit, and I do have anxiety. Why am I even nervous about like trying to tell this nigga I have anxiety? Like I'm over here sweating bullets in this motherfucker that can mumble and can barely get a sentence out, nigga. Like yeah, nigga, you can't hold a regular conversation at work, bro. You need weed. You're the pro. You have anxiety. It's okay. You should go get a recommendation. But I went to Meba Music in San Francisco. It's a record store on H Street. And I was like, that was before I ended up living closer over by Golden Gate. But not really over there on H Street anytime like that. I was living by SF State. So I was like, just moved to the city and I gotta take the bus over to H Street and go to this record store. And then like I don't even know, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, how was it even set up? But it was like they had like an arrow on the floor, like the weed doctor recommendations are upstairs. Just follow the arrows on the floor. And I took them all the way upstairs, and it was waited for like 10 minutes in this like weird little office space they had. And I go in, and it was this black dude was bald with this he looked like a wrestler. He had this big ass goatee. I was just like, who the fuck? Like he just looked like a straight character.
The T-bone nigga from the Hot Shots golf game.
Yep, like that type. Just like, oh man, I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't expect him to be black, but then also I was just thrown off because I was like, bro, like it's like the patch with the big goatee, I was just like, who is this? It looked like he was in a rock. It looked like he was in a rock band or he was a wrestler. And I was just like, I walk up. I'm on Hay Street. I go up a record store or go upstairs at a record store, and this guy's supposed to give me my recommendation. I'm over here terrified that I'm about to be talking to a real doctor about like what's it called, and I'm still terrified because I'm looking at this nigga's a real doctor, and I like got to convince him that I really have anxiety, and I really do have anxiety. It just took like 2 minutes, and it was just like he just was writing it before I could even finish.
That nigga was not writing shit, bro.
No, not even writing. He just signing. Like he was just signing shit. He just had a stack of papers, and he's just like, "What's your name?" And just like, "All right, go ahead."
The fact that this is in a record store is crazy.
They
know what they doing. That was I don't know if they still do it. That was 2000 and that might have been 2015 still. That might have been like 2015. That was like right when I moved to the city.
That's when I got mine too.
But it's crazy. It's crazy because I definitely think it's like when you're younger and you like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm getting over like because I don't need this shit. Then you just older you get, it's like, oh no, nigga, I really just can't sleep. Like I need this shit. I can't. I wasn't even lying about my insomnia shit. My nigga,
3 hours a night.
That's the one thing that weed really changed for me, bro. Like that shit did just help me sleep, bro. Like I used to really have hella trouble sleeping and shit, but that shit, even still now that I don't even really get high like that no more, I still hit some weed and I can still go to sleep if I hit some weed.
That's the last thing I do before I go to sleep every night.
It is, bro.
Go hit the wood real quick.
A couple times.
And it just be like having that shit in your system because like obviously you probably to hit before you go to sleep, but even days like I'll just be able like I can fall asleep if I smoke weed that day. I can fall asleep that night versus like if I like when I do my tolerance breaks when I be traveling, it's like it's 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's 4 a.m. and it's just ain't shit I can do about this shit. Actually, it's crazy.
4 a.m. is boring without weed too. That's what's big for me. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna be up. Like whether the weed works and putting me to sleep or not, I'm gonna be up at this time. So it's like I want to be laughing and shit, not like over here wondering about. I remember Jordan 21 when I was 14, like. Not supposed to stay up after 3 a.m. That's when the weird stuff.
I used to say that was witch out.
All types of shit. I was like, and my brain's that latched in my brain. You said it too early in my
never
brain.
left my brain.
If I'm awake any time getting close to 3, I'm like, well, I just have to make it through the entire 3 now. Like I don't want to be like I'm gonna be awake now. I'm like it's for like now some of the most fun I have is like 3 to 4 a.m. I be cracking up laughing and shit like that. Like I flipped it, but I was like it started as all because Jordan told me like nah, that's when the shit go down. I was like all right. Well, this is when the good shit goes down now. Like give me some weed and I'm good.
I used to try to stay up through that hour too. Mikey, the one who told me about that shit first. Actually, that's where I got that, bro.
Blame the white boys from college.
And then at that time,
that's when my good spirits come out. That's when their evil spirits come out. Man. That's how it is.
Ooh, damn!
I seen that shit on the exorcism of Emily Rose. Yeah. It was at 3:00 every single time it hit 3 a.m., bro.
That was
see that's what 4 a.m. They be having these demons.
Bro.
It was because of sleep paralysis. Shit had me paranoid, bro. That was like learning.
Sleep paralysis is real.
It's real, bro.
Nah, that's real.
That shit's real, but they don't give a fuck about what time it is. That's what I had to realize. I was like, bro, I had sleep paralysis at all times during the day.
When they hit you with that at a nap, you're like, what the
nigga?
Fuck?
I had that shit. My first one was taking a nap after church on the couch, bro. I woke up and I could see my mom washing the dishes, and I'm trying to call. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to call. I can't move or nothing. It wasn't no voices or nothing crazy that time. It's just like I dead ass can't move. And I feel like I can't breathe. Then jumped up out of that shit. And then after that, I started to have some crazy ass sleep paralysis, bro. Yeah, bro. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
and then I stopped having that shit when I started smoking weed.
You stopped?
I stopped having that shit. And then, you know what's crazy? When I started smoking weed, like regularly, I stopped having that shit. I started having it again when I started popping pills. When I got my surgery, I realized that the pills was making me have that shit, which was weird. Like, I was having some weird ass sleep experiences, bro. Like just a lot of like just paralysis feelings and shit. And then that's when I found out that I gotta smoke. Like I really gotta smoke. Like bro, even then, like I used to have to sneak around and smoke and shit just to go to sleep. Like that shit used to be crazy.
Yeah, that shit ain't no joke, bro. I don't stick. Yeah, they say that shit scientific, bro. But that shit don't feel like it when it feel like some supernatural shit when this shit going on. Because I'm over here seeing some figures and shit, everything shaking, the whole room. I can't move, type shit. And this shit,
hearing
red eyes, black figure, hella tall. Shit be calling my name and shit, bro. This shit be like on some evil shit. That shit happened to me when I was younger, bro. Like I never forget that shit, bro. That shit is real. That shit is real. That shit is real, like that shit. But like, I don't know. They say that you just like in a dream state or some type of shit.
I tried to record myself, trying to record that shit happening, but it never happened when I was recording, bro. Trying to record myself sleeping.
They know. They can sense it. They can sense the eyes on
them. The demons.
The demons.
The ghosts.
Whatever you want to call them.
The spooky ookies.
Well, we was having a good conversation yesterday. I believe in what demons are more than I believe in what a ghost. Like the idea of a demon, regardless if you want to call it a demon or whatever it is, that idea is more believable than the idea of just a ghost roaming around for no reason, bro. I can't do the ghost no more,
because of
bro.
The walls, bro. They can't get out of the walls. People built.
People be saying they seen ghosts, bro. It's probably not a ghost, bro. It's probably some other shit. You know, I don't know what it is out there. It's something.
It's there's something out there for sure.
There's
I don't know what the fuck
there,
it is,
bro.
but I don't know about no spooky yuki ghosts and no demons.
I feel like ghosts is more about which I don't know. Yeah, I feel like ghosts. If I have a concept of ghost now, I feel like it isn't a visual. Like seeing ghost shit kind of feels weird to me. Like it's. But if that's you, then I mean that's like I feel like that just hey, that's I don't want my brain to have to. I feel like that would freak me out in a way, like immediately, where I feel like the people who like, hey man, if that's how you processing the shit, and like you see it, like I kind of feel bad for you, but also respect.
And then, like that's I believe that that's
I'm
what
like
you
I'm not
believe.
gonna say kind of like it's like I feel like what I believe is absurd. Like absurd, I know like what I believe. Anytime I start to think about this stuff, my thoughts just kind of go to the absurd. Yeah. So it's like it fits. I get it.
Yeah,
like I get it. But I'm glad also like. Seeing ghosts seems like a crazy experience. Like I don't want that type of paranormal. Like that seems like that shit that feels like a movie. Like if you actually have a brain that like perceives type of that experience in reality, then like that seems crazy to me. But I will say my crazy shit is though I feel like sound and color. Like sound and color are just two infinite phenomenons that we're gonna keep understanding. And sound, color, and energy. I guess, and it's just like sound, color, and energy. Triggering memories, I guess, is like that for me. That's like a simple way to explain like a ghost, like a ghost of like a ghost connecting with a person. Well, like like if you a spirit who experienced life, I guess, like and all experienced life through sound, color, and energy, being able to connect with you because you remember them, like their sound, the way they look, the light, their color, their energy, then like that could. You might as well, if you're having fun with it, for me, it's like you might as well, when a memory comes to you of a person that isn't here no more, or something like that isn't here no more, like you might as well have fun with it and say like the ghost just came over you, or like the ghost just talked to you, kind of shit. Like that's what triggered it. Like having fun with the mystery of sound, like what is sound and color at any given moment, like that you're experiencing, and what I'm hearing versus what you're hearing, and what you're seeing versus what I'm seeing, kind of thing. And everything we're going to learn about sound and color with science over the next 20, 30, or now in our lifetimes is like going to reveal a lot, I feel like. But yeah, like that's just, I don't know, like if sound and color was, for me, music triggers a lot of memories. So it's like that's like music is like communicating with ghosts, if there is. But you can call it whatever you want. I feel like I would call it, as much as I would call it ghost, bro, I would call it spirit. So I would call it alien, but I would say fun. Sometimes I would just call it that's aliens to me too. Like as much as like, yeah, no, it's all like the energy in space is infinite, and we can't understand. We can only understand what we can see, hear, and feel from here in our lifetime. So whatever's out there is alien to us, and whatever isn't.
That's my problem.
Alien ain't that. It's all alien. Alien literally just means to like alien is alien to us. Like alien, like
people be
like,
saying that aliens is demons, bro, and I understand why.
Like,
that's the shit. That's just that's how you just know like how we're just not that far. I mean, we're in the future, but it's like
curated towards the negative of the past.
Right. Like
it's like
just because
it can be positive too.
Yeah, just because it's the unknown. People like I feel like in Christianity relate any talk about aliens to demons. I'm just like, bro, I don't.
It's like y'all realize like all the energy you put, especially like people get real. Let's say like Christianity, a lot of religious stuff just get real negative about like kind of like thinking about stuff in a different way like that, or just like or see it as silly or see it as like blasphemous kind of stuff. But I'm like, yeah, it is taking that. You channel all the energy that you're having the perspective of being angry at something, but what if you channeled it into like seeing that from a positive way and looking at like what's the most positive way you can think of aliens, like most positive idea if you didn't shut it down as a Christian or as a Muslim or whatever you like, whatever it is, like if you're somebody who's shutting down the idea of aliens and calling it demonic or blasphemous, like what if you tried to look at it in the absolute most positive way and then compare that to the negative? Like it's like, all right, well, the full, just like everything, the full spectrum exists. Like an alien could be the most positive energy in the universe, it could be the most negative energy in the universe. Like just like
people can be. That's what I was about to say. Just like people can be.
It's like it's just all energy trying to get away from the all just energy in the middle trying to get away from the bad and closer to the good, which I feel like that's the story of if humans haven't been around that long, then like we're just little by little bad in the middle of this vast forever, but little by little trying to inch towards good just by understanding what all this is. Like like knowing how to talk to each other.
All right, so but if you do believe in ghosts,
My bad.
no, you're good.
You're good, bro.
No, you're all good. I just want to say this before I forget. If you believe in ghosts and you got a ghost story where you seen a ghost, leave the story in the comments and we gonna read your shit and I'm gonna know if it's fake or not. Like, tell your real ghost story. No, I don't want no fake ghost stories, bro. Like, don't add no salt on it, bro. Just
no AI, no AI.
Yeah, don't have no chat GBT, right? I'm gonna be able to tell
bag,
too.
Just write it.
Write out.
If you start writing it, it's gonna come back to you.
Yep, write it out.
Don't make nothing up. Just write what comes to you.
Yeah, y'all don't want me to read y'all stories.
Yeah, we reading them stories, bro.
I'm reading them.
We reading them. We critiquing them.
I'm like,
we critiquing.
Y'all better really like don't come with no fake shit. Like, I don't believe in none of that shit. So don't. I really want to talk to somebody who say they seen a ghost like in real life, like just like because I talk to my family all the time and they like about every person in my family said they seen a ghost before and I just be sitting there no they didn't, bro. What you talking about? Talking about 18 women in dresses and shit like that. Like,
bro, that's
like don't believe y'all at all, bro. Like I just really don't like.
You the youngest, right?
Yeah,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Generation thing, you might just be full of family. That last generation, your whole family might have really be seeing ghosts. You just like, hey, that gene didn't carry over for you. You just lucky, but you just grew up with a whole bunch of people like, oh yeah, no, this was regular. Like this was regular.
They need to take a picture, bro. I need one picture. I seen all the YouTube videos, y'all. All them motherfuckers is fake. Bro. All that shit is Photoshop, everything, bro. That shit, y'all can't even fool me a little bit. I've been watching YouTube since I was like 10. I've been watching YouTube since so that's 2007, 2006. I've been watching YouTube.
Before they tried to wipe shit off of YouTube too. We seen all the real videos. Like now it's hard to navigate YouTube sometimes. Now,
that's why now when people be on that Illuminati like reptilian theory shit, I'd be like, bro, that's like so 2007 YouTube. Like, oh my, y'all are so late, bro. This is no. Can y'all get over this? Beyonce is not a reptilian. I promise y'all she's a human, bro. I promise y'all she's a human. She's not a reptile.
The reptile shit is wild.
There's people who will like swear and argue with you that people are reptiles, bro. I just can't. Like, I promise y'all, Trump is not a reptile. Dude, that's a human being, bro. He's just a
crazy white man,
crazy guy.
But I say it's the range. This is really good because I feel like I be seeing people, bro. The comments, all this bad boy stuff is Martin being in the public again, and I feel like I be seeing the comments. I'm like, bro, if y'all keep saying that this man has been cloned, they be underneath his own comments saying he's been cloned. That this isn't like the machine, or y'all know what they doing, and I'm just like y'all leave this man alone. Like he's just. Bro, like he lived one of the craziest lives, and now he's 60, bro. Like, just appreciate he's smiling, bro. That's just how he smiles now. And I'm over here having a good time. I'll scroll through 5 good comments, and then I just see 4 of them. And I'm just like, y'all ruined this. Like, everybody's having a good time, and y'all being weird. Like, that's the reptile shit. Y'all looking at them. I'm making it seem like total. That's why I seen one that was a Hollywood spot to get exposed, and it was like, bro, this is Martin just advertising the movie, man. Everybody's excited for the movie, and there's somebody under there talking about Hollywood's getting exposed. Somebody's like, he didn't move his left arm the whole video. I was like, bro, what?
This nigga that's a shit
his
too.
Arm hurt.
Yeah, people. He had a stroke in his early 20s. People also don't know that. So like, they keep talking about like just how he's moving.
That's why people say that. People just say I see in the comments people say he had a stroke recently. That's what people say. Yeah, like people say that in the comments. Like, what are y'all like? Don't even know. Like, kind of like just like, oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all want this nigga to still be jumping around and shit like he was in the prime of his fucking like, bro. No other industry or no other sport. Let's say use it as a sport. Like you're not expecting fucking. I need a player. Let's use Iverson. You're not expecting. Iverson's a good one. Let's use Iverson. Yeah, you're not expecting 23, 24, 25, 26-year-old Iverson to still move like Iverson when. Just still move or just still even look the same as Iverson in his mid-30s. Like
entertainment, like Iverson and Martin, the entertainment they gave you more energy than you could even imagine. Like that was the saying. The Michael Jackson, Prince, Beyonce, they all get, I feel like, the credit for like the detail of how hard they work and like how much like when they lock in, like it's it's in the same level of like energy that they have to own in order to give people entertainment. Yeah. But like for me as just a nigga born in '94, I'm like Iverson and Martin. Like they channeled all the energy that they could for a good 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and they gave it to the people, and it was some of the greatest entertainment we've ever seen. And it's like, y'all, they gave y'all because they gave it more than you've ever seen before, and because it lasted so long, y'all still think y'all gonna see that person. And it's like, Iverson and Martin is gonna be the quietest, most chill niggas now,
and they both are. That's what's hella funny.
Cool.
Wait, bro, hold on.
What happened?
If Drake did everything that Michael Jackson did,
hey man,
then what? It would Kendrick would be able to have more ammo on him. Why do we let Michael Jackson get this pass?
Wait.
This is why the
what
whole art from the
do?
artist thing.
He slept with kids.
No, he didn't.
He had
kids. We don't have to
debate
this, but the art. Michael Jackson is the art from the artist. Why humans have like he's.
I'm just no, bro. I'm just playing, bro.
All right, listen.
No, bro, he ain't do that shit, bro. I stand on that.
Did,
no,
bro.
He didn't, bro.
You can't stand on that.
So wait, this is what I'm saying. This conversation existed before the internet. For a good time before the internet, and I think it was just the real beginning of humans having to have the conversation about separating the art from the artist. And for me, I feel like we were kind of not allowed, or not allowed. I feel like we just didn't listen to a lot of Michael, but then all of a sudden around like around the time he passed, like before and after, like I feel like that was when I felt like we started hearing Michael Jackson in the house and shit like that. But it didn't. I feel like if I had heard Michael Jackson young, like I heard Stevie Wonder young, like I would be a fan, like people are a fan. But I don't like need his music for me. Like if it got me younger, I would like. But I see people, and I'm like, people are never gonna let this nigga like let the music go like this. I feel like we were talking about like this recording session, this sound bit recording session. People are never gonna stop loving this sound bit recording session, and Michael Jackson is just the biggest case scenario of that. Of like that happens in all levels with not even just music, like with all types of art. Like it's like are people gonna stop loving this album, this recording, this sound that they created this one time because of all the other things that they did in their life? And it's just that conversation starts like with Michael Jackson, 2004. The whole country, the whole world is going to have this conversation with one another, and like no other artist is going to force us to all like the whole world has to reconcile with like are we going to separate the art from the artist? Is Michael Jackson still going to be on the radio in 2015, 25, 2035, 2045, 2055? Is he still going to get played at parties, clubs, reunions? Is he still going to be one of the top 5 most listened to, top whatever 100 most listened to artists in the world? It's like I would say, the people, it seems based off what has happened in my lifetime, it's just like people are separating the art from the artist. Like people are going to love I'm Bad. People are going to love PYT. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
like
you're not gonna have people stop listening to that
like
shit,
the
bro.
music. Like that's what I was gonna say. I'm like we're living through it. I guess my whole thing is we're living through an interesting time of people having the conversation and trying to decide whether or not we're gonna separate art from the artist. And I think it starts with so much Michael Jackson in the 2000s, and then the internet comes right after to where we're having conversations about everything now. And it's like so now that's like probably one of the bigger conversations that already started, but the internet took it to a whole nother level of like, all right, we're going to keep talking about whether or not we even before the word cancel even was a thing. I guess like the art from the artist conversation was 10 years in, and then we got to cancel culture or whatever people want to call it, and that type of conversation, it's been there for a minute.
He ain't do that shit.
He did, bro.
He ain't do that shit, bro.
You can't do that.
He did not.
Can't do that, bro. We wasn't there, bro. We got to go against him, bro.
Yeah, we wasn't there.
That's the big one. Bro, now.
Didn't hella kids come out and say that they
lied,
didn't,
but then
bro?
A lot of them didn't, bro.
Bruh, I can't do that, bro.
Listen, bro. I know I still listen to him too, but is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Right?
We talked about this last week. It's the conversation about. I mean, it's what Dan was just saying. It's like I don't know, the art and the artist are separating. Just like I feel like what I always say it is like everybody's favorite thing has some problematic as fuck person that was involved in making it. You know what I mean? Like it's unavoidable.
Michael Jackson is just the ultimate skill for us to know that this is the conversation we're going to be having for a long time, because like Mike says, like this exists for everything all the way down to the artist that is making music in his room that nobody's ever going to hear, that has no talent, to somebody who's singing their ass off about something problematic or because they did something wrong the day before that nobody knows that they did, kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, the art's going to exist separate from the person and their actions, or at least that's the conversation people are going to be trying to reconcile and have with. But Michael's the one they're going to look at. But like, whatever the crime is as equal to, like, yeah, the person who nobody gives a fuck about, who has one stream and 0 listeners, you know. But what I was trying to flip though was Iverson, man. We was talking about Martin and Iverson and the entertainment. This was good switch the subject. Martin and Iverson in their run, because Martin went crazy. Martin's run with the show, TV, and movies, being a movie star, I would say, like, yeah, earliest you say is like early 90s to like 07, 08 is like his full run, his full, like, let's say like his NBA version of his career, where it's like, this is like Martin, like his full run of like dominance. And like, but talk about Iverson, because this man was overworked and people don't talk about. I feel like I see a lot of disrespect, new NBA fans, you know. I feel like people, even I feel disrespected when people just talk about Iverson like he's a cultural icon and what his off the court impact, and people just talk about him that way. Like, y'all understand, in the most physical era of basketball ever, Allen Iverson played the most minutes in the entire NBA. And if he was injured, it did not matter. He still played the most minutes in the NBA, and he did not miss games. So whenever y'all want to talk about field goal percentage or stats and how all these guys these days can shoot better and they got good percentages and stuff like that, and Iverson's not efficient and stuff like that, like, Iverson gave people entertainment, put his body on the line every night in a league that, and it wasn't his choice. You feel me? His coach played him 40 minutes a night, and his coach won Coach of the Year doing this. He was one of the best coaches of all time, but this was just the strategy. Play him 40 minutes, give him the ball every single time, wear this nigga out, and throw his body away, and he's not going to be able to give you anything as soon as he turns 33, 34 years old. And I'll say the last point is, he was 5'11", 165 pounds soaking wet. In the most physical era of basketball, playing 40 minutes a game, getting thrown around like he was a dog. And it's just like, yo, this 33 points is a whole lot crazier than you think it is. And that's, I'm a Steph Curry fan. I fully believe a lot of the skill and this era would translate back in the day, even though they're not as tough this day. But Iverson is a specific thing where, like, people can't do what Iverson did, because nobody should even be strategizing that way. Like, to be honest, like, he was better than whatever the numbers even show you, because why are you playing a guy 40 minutes a game and letting him drive to the basket and getting thrown to the ground as a strategy? Like, why is that the strategy for 82 games for 6 years in a row? He only misses like 8 games, and like he's injured the whole time. Like, I don't know. My respect to Iverson, he gave us the entertainment, and y'all should have, the NBA, David Stern, Larry Brown, the Philadelphia 76ers, terrible organization, should have took care of my dog. Y'all, let's use his body, use his skill, use his talent. And y'all didn't even put good teams around him. Now I gotta hear people talk about how he was a bad teammate and inefficient and shit like that. The nigga loved the game as much as Kobe Bryant. Nobody loved the game as much as Iverson and Kobe Bryant. No one played it as hard. No one cared as much. No one left as much out on the floor in those 82 games and in the playoffs as Iverson and Kobe in NBA history, except for Michael. Fuck that nigga. But
hey, wait,
Iverson left it all out there for y'all, and he had nobody. Mike's crazy.
Fuck
man.
Michael Jordan. Whoa.
Hey man, listen, he's crazy. It's crazy. All right, he's another level of crazy. We'd be able to appreciate Kobe and Iverson more if Michael wasn't so unrealistic. Michael destroyed the NBA.
Michael was actually a bad. That's a shit.
Michael destroyed the NBA with David Stern. That's
Michael Jordan is what people say Steph Curry is.
Yeah. Because everybody mad at Steph because of his 3-point shooting and the game got soft. But Michael, 80s basketball looks really cool. 70s basketball is fast. 2010s basketball is fast. 2020s basketball is fast. The only time basketball is not fast is when Michael Jordan hits his prime and he's walking the ball down the court and niggas is damn near fighting every other possession. And that is only like that for like Michael Jordan's time, and then Allen Iverson and Kobe and Shaq, they all got to deal with the era right after Michael like that. But go look, a 75 to 85 score in the playoffs, That's crazy. That's not basketball. That's Michael Jordan. That's Michael Jordan's fault. That's David Stern's fault, and that's Pat Riley's fault.
All you niggas was we gave too much people access to stats. All you stat niggas, bro. Everybody don't need access to these stats, bro.
Especially if you didn't watch back then. 2000s, throw the stats away. 2000s, there ain't no stats. You just gotta go back and watch the 2000s year by year because it changes a lot. And niggas is just walking the ball down the court. Defensive rotation is crazy. Like, you just got to go back and watch and, like, what am I watching? Because niggas ain't rotating on defense. Niggas is leaving niggas wide open for threes. Niggas is over here breaking jump shots like you've never seen before. But there's also some really good hoop. Like, you just got to go back and watch. It's just, stats ain't going to tell you nothing about 2003. Yeah. It ain't nothing. Jason Kidd. Like, you have to go back and watch Jason Kidd.
You ain't even ever played competitive basketball in your life. I don't know if I want to hear you talk about stats either, bro. If you ain't played competitive basketball, I don't want stats to be. We could talk about basketball, but I don't want to talk stats with you as your main points. If you never
just start as a fun. Start with I'll say if you never played, I would say start with the fun shit. Talk about the fun shit. What's fun? What are you picking up on that's fun to you first? Yeah, and then go after you start learning how to do that. And then head to the stats if you want to back some shit up or start to learn more. But you don't need stats to just start picking up on see what your brain picks up on when you watch.
Mm-hmm. It's if you never played competitive ball, just remember that. Just remember that.
Just actually being out there.
Shit, I remember it every fucking time I'm fucking talking about it. That's why I talk about MMA delicately too. It's just like, bro, I don't go out. I'm not an MMA fighter, so like you can't talk shit about these people like that, really.
It's weird balance. I always say with the stats, I feel like we get with the stats, you can always get to a place where you forget that the most important thing about basketball is scoring more points than the other team. I feel like whenever your stats take you away from are you helping your team score? Or are you taking away from the other team's ability to score? Then what are we really talking about? You know?
Yeah, like Draymond is a prime example. Yeah, like of just somebody who, just don't look at this. Like if you're looking at the stats, you will never understand what kind of player Draymond Green is. Type shit. It's just like, man.
In the 90s is where the prototype of a Draymond nigga was built because the league was in the gutter in 1997, 98. You watch the Heat Knicks. There's a lot of niggas who are just forwards and they're very physical players who are just giving all 5-6 fouls out there every night. And they smart. They know how to play defense. But that's where it was built. I feel like it just their stat lines didn't matter. Like it did not matter what they like. And they could have a good night like Draymond, be something like a nigga with a 5 like Anthony Mason. Have a good balanced stat line, but also didn't need to have any really stats put up there at all besides rebounds. Just high level impact. Yeah, in a game that was 82-90, and then went down to the wire.
Shout out to Draymond Green.
Hey, shout out to Draymond Green.
He was just doing that soccer shit. He doing everything, bro.
Shout out.
Was
Draymond
he on the
Green.
Soccer shit?
Yeah, he was on the soccer shit. He was on Champions
League. He was doing soccer commentator, bro.
You see Draymond Green making moves too, like a lot more on in studio.
What podcast?
No, on
TNT.
Yeah, that shit. Right after he finished the TNT shit, he just did a broadcast on the soccer shit.
Yeah, I know. I seen that too. Yeah, like he's making moves now, bro. Like he's like his face is now just like on. He did that. He got that car commercial going on right now. You just see his face. So shout out to Draymond Green.
That shit is
diabolical sometimes.
He's still managed by LeBron. That's probably why they probably giving him the game.
He's managed by LeBron.
Personality.
He's managed by LeBron. Yeah, he's clutch sports. That's LeBron shit.
That's dope. I didn't even know that. But I was gonna ask y'all, bro. So who you got? Celtics, Mavs. We need to talk about this.
Let's go, Luka.
I want to start with Mikey. Yeah. Mikey Jordan.
We talked. I feel like we mentioned this a little bit yesterday. I don't know how objective I can be in this one because I just really don't fucking want the Celtics to win. But
I want to talk about, instead of the whole series, I want to talk about just like who y'all think is taking game one. Let's talk about game one. Let's talk about game one and game two.
It feels like the Mavericks are the team that is less. It feels like the Celtics are the team more likely to kind of succumb to the we haven't played in like a week and a half thing more than I feel like the Mavericks will be more ready, where the Celtics will be like, oh, it looks like y'all niggas haven't played in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Who you got? What do you got the score being after the first two?
We'll probably be tied. 1-1.
What you think that means though? Like what y'all think? What y'all think
Again,
a tied series?
I mean, good for Dallas. I mean, at that point, because then you're going
Like
home with home court advantage. So
I feel like a tied series is really bad for like I feel like Celtics gotta get both of these. Like if they want to win.
yeah, I'd agree with that, especially with the way Luka likes to run teams off the court in their home court. Like if you leave Boston down 1-1, knowing that your next game at home might be Game 5 down 3-1 to Luka,
It's 2-2. It's not 2-3-2.
No, not anymore. No.
What you think, Daniel? We think scores after the first two.
I would say I think that's probably just my prediction for the series. I think it's 1-1 or 2-0 Dallas. But I think Boston, no matter what Boston, let's say the same thing kind of like y'all were saying. I think Dallas comes in a little more ready, maybe because of the time, but also because of the less time off kind of shit. It like kind of hits them with a punch. But I could see them even taking the first two. But I do think whether it's 1-1 or 2-0, Boston stretches it in the middle. Like Boston stretches it in the middle. And then Dallas takes the series back, kind of finishes it off. Like whether it goes 6 or 7, I think go. Probably depends on that first two games, whether it's 2-0 or 1-1 Dallas. But I think Dallas at least gets one.
What do you think if the Celtics are up 2-0?
Celtics are up 2-0 going back to Dallas. I still feel confident that Dallas gets one. There. The only thing I'm scared of is if it's 2-0, that's probably the most.
If it's 2-0, do you think Dallas lost?
2-0, and if it's 2-0 and it's Kyrie and Luka is in the clamps, like if Drew and Derek, if they really in their bag, and they really do kind of cut the head off the snake like nobody else. Like if Boston's defense really is the defense, that can, which I still feel like it's not I would feel bad for Boston actually because I feel like Kristaps isn't healthy, right? He's not playing. Right.
He was practicing. He should be back for game 1.
Oh, really?
Okay. But even him coming back, I still feel that type of way. The Boston having the defense, the perimeter defense that I think Kyrie and Luka don't think anything compared to that in the NBA. But also, same thing with Boston on the other end. I don't think nothing compares in the NBA to having to go up against Luka and Kyrie right now. So if Boston goes up 2-0 and they're like winning that matchup specifically, like they're giving Luka and Kyrie problems specifically, like then I see like, all right, Dallas. I mean, Dallas might be in trouble and that might be a 5-game series and Boston handled business. Jumped them out the gate and off the perimeter defense. And I was worried about the whole, just Luka, Kyrie, Luka being able to just generally kind of like mismatch hunt, play that pick and roll, kind of work whoever the big man is you're playing against. Luka is going to have a tough time, are going to have a long series, and it's how much locked in. And Al Horford 5 years ago, 7 years ago, through his whole prime, is actually kind of the perfect nigga. But like at this point, it's like I was looking at the series as Horford's going to have a long series at this age, with Luka. Probably trying to just abuse this matchup, abuse this kind of thing, and then having Kyrie also as like the next guy to be like, hey, this is how we working this shit this series. But Kristaps back makes it interesting, but I feel that's scary. Yeah, still I still feel like the leverage is there. Why I think this is going to be a long series because I think that Kristaps and Horford are going to be in for it, and I think Luka's going to get the best of them. It's just is that going to be enough to win the series? And how is Kyrie going to fare against really good perimeter defense?
That's a good ass point.
I think Kyrie, man, we gave away the ring. Y'all took the ring at both, whatever y'all. Brian with the block, Kyrie with the step back, man. It's classic, greatest NBA Finals ever. Yeah, it happened, nigga. Kyrie, you better get this dub, man. You better. This.
I'm so glad.
He been hooping. He been like hooping. He been straight. I want Steph and Kyrie. All these guards that learn how to play because of Steph and Kyrie and playing different these days because of Steph, Kyrie, and Harden. Like, y'all watch Steph and Kyrie play for real. Like, they know how to play next to a superstar. They know how to fit into an offense. They don't need the ball, but also at any given time, they can get in that bag and look better than y'all ever dreamed of looking and doing this shit. So y'all need to be able to tap in on the balance. Like, these Kyrie and Steph are two of the most balanced offensive basketball players in NBA history, from the point guard, from the real point guard position, the real evolution of where the point guard was going. After them is when niggas stopped being point guards. Kyrie and Steph, they know the game and they know how to fit, and they have the minds of a point guard just because they get buckets like never before. Type shit.
You got Jordan.
Kyrie. I do want to say I'm glad that we've come to a place of healing where I could appreciate Kyrie now because it took a while after
A lot of people hate
that shit, bro. It took a while.
Picking up
But yeah, I feel like I was actually watching Kyrie again, like I did when he was a rookie. I'm like, this nigga. Like I always knew this nigga was just, bro. This nigga is one of the best hoop. This nigga is just this nigga's a perfect
clutch
offensive basketball player. But I got After two, it's gonna be 1-1, and Dallas is gonna win the series. And yeah.
What is that? All right, then what do we say? What are we saying then that means for Kyrie and Luka?
That Kyrie's about to serve, bro. I don't think the Celtics defense is gonna be enough to hold Kyrie. I don't, and it's definitely not gonna. I don't think anybody on that team can actually hold Luka. And I think that they could contain Kyrie, but I don't. I think we're about to see Kyrie go. But bro, when's the last time Kyrie's been in the finals? Kyrie's about to go crazy this series, bro.
I got a question before you say what that
2017, by the way.
17.
Before you say what that means to Luka, where do you have Kyrie in comparison right now? Like think about before these playoff series started with Kawhi Leonard and just like legendary status and like GOAT status. Like where you would have him like if the careers ended. Like did you have Kawhi above Kyrie already?
Kyrie's like nowhere close. Like Kyrie's like not low, but like nowhere close to Kawhi.
No, it's good you say that because my Kyrie opinion is shifting. Like Kyrie and Kobe, man, that's probably actually a good comp. Like 10 years ago, where I had to start really thinking about Kobe differently because it was after I feel like around 2015, 16. But I had to stop hating on Kobe. I like Kyrie now, where I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't been looking at you at an all-time scale seriously because I didn't understand. But now I'm looking back at it like I have no idea what to do. I'm just also thinking of the Wiggins. Saw it again. Wiggins and Thaddeus Young are better than Kawhi Leonard in every single career stat except for it's like Kawhi's got all the all-time stuff.
Not like Kyrie's racking up the career numbers on his own.
It is, that's true too. But I was saying I don't know where. I feel like if I actually went through and tried to rank Kyrie, he would be higher now that I think about it. I feel like I was talking to someone about Dwayne Wade the other day. I'll be interested to see how far apart Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, Kawhi Leonard trio. I understand. And like Dwayne Wade, Kawhi Leonard has 2 fucking finals MVPs. What are we doing? Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying he's above him. I'm just saying, I didn't think Kyrie was like you said, like the way you said. I feel like I had Kyrie so far down the list, I never considered it. But I don't think I probably like the first time thinking of Kyrie, like, oh wait, actually, probably looking at the total career, him just getting older too. Just like, all right, where do I actually? I feel like I never take seriously where do I put this nigga.
Kyrie Irving is not above Russell Westbrook. I love Kyrie. Kyrie Irving's great.
That's where I was gonna go too. It's just like I feel like he can't be far away. Like I'm saying, he can't be far away from wherever Westbrook is for me. Because just as a talent, I mean that's the same thing. Like Kawhi Leonard, like as a talent, is Kawhi Leonard versus Dwayne Wade as a talent. Russell Westbrook versus Kyrie Irving as a talent. I think I probably lean Kyrie and I lean Kawhi, but accolades and totals and everything go the other way.
Okay, I would say somewhere in between Russ and who's the other one I just thought of? Crap, I just had the other name. That was in a similar spot. Somewhere in between Russ and Melo. There you go. That's where he belongs. Probably right now.
You got Russ on top of Melo, or Melo?
Yeah, Russ, Kyrie, then Melo. Yeah.
Well, you got him anywhere close to Kawhi right now?
No.
Okay, what if he wins this ring, right?
And what a finals MVP is still
is he 2 different teams like that's really to me the whole
Kawhi
2 different teams.
Kawhi Leonard was clearly the best player on the team, at least for one of those championships, and Kyrie will not be hands down the best player on the team for his first championship or for this one if he wins it.
Yeah, that's actually a really fucking good point. You think,
but one more, if he gets were you saying if he gets the Finals MVP?
Yeah,
I was saying if he
Yeah.
Even if another ring, even without the Finals MVP, but if it's 2 Finals MVPs, then it gets. It's kind of.
I'm the same person that is like it has Kobe very high, like top 10, top 6 probably. But also the reason he's not in my top 5 is because he was for 3 of those championships he's not the best player. You know what I mean? It's just
I feel that's I mean that's justifiable. Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, I get where you're coming from. And not to say that Kyrie's not up there, just Kawhi Leonard's a very unique basketball player, but also I don't know.
What cemented Peyton Manning as a GOAT was just the fact that he won, on 2 different won the Super Bowl on 2 different teams.
Yeah.
The first person to ever do that, and like that shit. That's how I felt when Kawhi did it, and that's why I always have
Kawhi Leonard significantly more important to his team winning both of those championships than Peyton Manning was for the second one.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why you don't have Kawhi. Kyrie close to Kawhi on that. And I see that. That's a good point.
I'll even speak to the cultural aspect of it. It's like we look at culture as Kobe's impact, but I would argue that Tim Duncan has impacted the game of basketball culturally, probably not at the same level, but in similar ways, just in ways that we don't glorify the same way. And I would say like the fact that most of the league is 3-and-Ds. To a certain degree right now, the fact that Jason Tatum's game is the way it is, like as far as we know, Kevin Durant's an influence there, but he's not as well-rounded of a player without the Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? Like influence different than more like the iconic stuff, I guess. And it's just I don't know. It's interesting. I'm gonna say one more. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot, but it's the other part before you get to Luka wins the championship. He's gonna retire as the GOAT. This is step 1.
Luka. You said Luka with the championship is going to retire the GOAT?
If this is step 1, he wins the championship. Step 1.
What? Wait, what?
Hey, I'm not fully convinced yet, but again, like I don't know. He's
Michael Jordan don't count.
He's 25 right now. 24. How old is Luka?
Jokic is too good for this to be. It's like Magic Bird. Like they're not. It's too. The primes are too close. If Jokic was like 3 years older, then maybe.
Wait, how old is you? Wait, you gotta look at the ages real quick.
Yeah,
Jokic is up there. Ain't he more up there than?
But he don't need like Jokic's bag is like.
Jokic's 29. Luka's 25.
That's a big gap.
Okay, who's a better player? I mean, up until this date,
Jokic, sure. But again,
okay. And at what point do you think Luka will be definitively better than Jokic? Because I think the most realistic thing is they play their careers through all of Jokic's prime as a back and forth, where at any given time one of them is better than the other, and then Luka gets like the 5-6 years on the back end, or 4 or 5 years towards the end. But with the end, I don't know what the end is with. But when I'm watching Curry, LeBron, and watching the way Luka and Jokic play, it feels like these primes are going to be very long. Like,
if you rewinded Jokic's age a couple of years and pretended he got drafted the same time as Luka, and Jokic is not going to do what he did these next 4 years until 4 more years after Luka's about to win right now. Like that's like Luka's already doing it at 25. Like that's that's big. Like Jokic did it at 28, right?
Yeah,
28. But like 25 is you have a chance to do another one before you fucking it's true. Like man, like that's fucking crazy. Like it gives him such a bigger gap of becoming a GOAT than a lot of other players because of the fact that he's doing it at 20. Age is everything when it comes to becoming a fucking GOAT. You can't become a GOAT it's hard to become a GOAT when you win like at 29, 30.
That's
28. He got it at 28.
LeBron and MJ are the GOATs. So who wins their first one?
Michael was 27, right?
They're both young. They're both older than Luka is right now.
Both older, yeah. Yes.
Well, Michael was like 27. No, like 28.
Mike's 28.
That's 28. Yeah, 28, the same age as Jokic was. So that's a good point. But like Jokic would have to be on Michael Jordan status
that's
right now. Like,
but that's where
he's already fucked it up because he didn't win it this year. So he's already behind the Michael Jordan 8 ball.
True. This is what I'm saying, but all right, but then you got Duncan on the other end of it because Duncan got his as early as possible. I feel like
When did Duncan get his first?
22,
Oh yeah, no,
23.
and don't get it twisted. Like this is definitely a bold prediction, but I don't know something about the way these dudes have done, something about what these dudes done, what he's done in these playoffs is like.
Yeah, because that was going to be my next thing to talk about. Like, all right, like what does this mean though? Which is the more likely thing if they win? Like if Luka wins and gets the Finals MVP, like
that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna like he
25.
guaranteed on his top 10 all time track. Like, but just feel like I don't know what I'm saying. I feel the same way I feel about Jokic. I still feel that way about Jokic like last year. Like even like off of last year. Off just how Jokic has been playing basketball the last 3 seasons, as great as he's been, I guess it's just still like, yeah. If Luka still hasn't reached that level for me, like still like him winning the championship any given year, like yeah, or getting his first championship isn't, I guess, rocking me off of like. It just puts him in the category with. It's like the most I could do is put him in the category with Jokic now, where I'm saying like, yeah, I think both of these guys. It's crazy. These are the next 2 guys that I know, like definitively, are going to be top 10 players of all time. I feel bad, like Giannis and Joel weren't never really that to me, either of them. But like, I feel like they got closer than I thought they would, and had really good primes and dominated for a while. But like Jokic and Luka, it feels like they both locked it in, like winning championships coming out the Western Conference. At that, both of, I don't think the age matters for me as much as it just doing it at all coming out the West just feels like it is. You're just gonna have to be as great as you can possibly be. Throw it out there and see how high you can get to, how close you can get to Michael and LeBron. But I don't know. That feels like the both. I don't want to do the thing where it feels like they're just like unattainable. But like
you're saying to get close, like I try to get as close, like literally becoming the GOAT. Like you have to start doing this shit early. Like not even to be like close. Well, nobody really was debating. Like it's kind of more debatable now, I guess. People with Michael Jordan and LeBron James is just like who's a GOAT, but like it's never really been a debate type shit. And like to become that person that's just like right, if you just start running them up when you're younger, like if he gets 2 by the time Jordan got 1, that's crazy. Like that'd be fucking crazy. Luka with 2 final MVPs before Jordan got 1. Would be fucking insane.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, hey, winning 3 in a row is so tough. I guess is the shit where I feel like
we talking about some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the one I feel like I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Winning 1 is the one I feel like for me is why he goes top 10, because I feel like it's like the next level of even like Dirk or some shit. Like I was never going to consider Dirk the top 10 all the time, and I was probably even hating on him back then, but like giving him respect is like, yo, he's just like he was amazing. Like what he did was amazing, and I gotta rank him like in the whatever, I don't know where, probably rank him in the top like 40, whatever it is, and got to get in the ring 30. I don't know, have to go down, but with Luka and Jokic, it does feel like the next level where it's like, I'm gonna put these guys like top 10 if it plays out how I think it's gonna play out. But winning 3 in a row is so much about the team and the organization and the shit like that. I think so much is Michael in that 90s and that fantasy NBA, whatever the hell that was. Not that it was easy. It's just, it's really different. It's a really weird time in the league. And like, maybe we are headed towards something like that where the league is about to add teams and there are about to be a lot of changes, but it doesn't feel like the Western Conference is anything like what it was when Michael three-peated in the 90s twice, where it's like, I think that part being unattainable. But like, if you're getting something like that, it's less about like when you win the ring and it's more about at any age, whether it's, especially the way the longevity I think works, is like at any time where the battle can go, they can both push the battle as it goes on, as we're seeing with LeBron and like Curry being able to just add stuff to their resume and like getting the extra rings late after the whole first story was done. Like, like they could fall into the right team, the right teammate, the right coach, the right organization at 33, 34, and that's when you're submitted as the GOAT. Like, and it's, you might never get that chance. You may just get a 3, 4, 5, 3 rings in a row once, or you may get 4 rings in 5 years, 3 rings in 6 years, or whatever it is at whatever level Luka's playing at. And then you never get that back half of like, I think what Michael Jordan had like 96, 97, 98, or just being as great as LeBron is, but just like, but with Michael Jordan specifically, like, can you get the double dynasty? Can you get the like extended 2 different times where you dominated the NBA like that, where it doesn't feel realistic. Like that doesn't feel like what it's, I don't know. It doesn't feel all the way realistic from the Western Conference. So, but I don't know. But I was saying, they might make him. I was saying LeBron being the GOAT at the 3 rings with he's got 4 now, right? But I feel like
yes,
he was already already called himself the GOAT, and I feel like people were ready to and had a case for it at three rings because of the career and who he was, and like as a basketball player, the numbers, the accolades, everything, and it's I think being able to get to that, being able to get the one more to cement his status as that shit. But I could see somebody like Luka or Jokic being more like LeBron of getting getting two rings, but never getting the third or fourth, but like still dominating as close to anybody dominated like LeBron, I guess. And then like why they could be top 10, but still, I think more realistic for them to like finish top 10. And I'm not going to see them with 4+ rings, I guess. But if I do, then I'll give it to them. Like,
don't matter. The Celtics are gonna win, and Al Horford's gonna get Finals MVP.
Jaylen Brown Finals MVP.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
How do you feel?
Those words should never be uttered together in the same sentence.
Jaylen
Neither should
Brown.
Jason. Luka, get the job done. I don't want to see Jason Tatum win a championship personally.
USA.
I just don't think that,
USA.
especially with the easy ass ride they had, bro.
USA.
He beat Donovan Mitchell in the Cavaliers.
It was supposed to. Ant was our American. Ant's our American. We don't.
without Donovan Mitchell.
They're They're brothers. They're Western Conference.
No,
we got two chances every year.
We already chose. We chose up our American, bro. It's not Tatum. And
it's Ant. Can we just vote it?
It's Ant, bro. It's Ant.
I'm trying not to hate.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Ant's kind of short, and I didn't really realize it until I was watching this series. Tall. Yeah, Tatum's taller. Ant's just, I didn't really I was like, oh, this nigga Ant's like a real 6'5", and it's good. I think he's gonna be fine, bro. He's still getting better. I guess this series showed me. I was like, okay, yeah. He still has a lot of growth. Like
them cold games.
Okay. He has a lot of errors. Like I don't know. He's
22 though, bro.
Yeah, bro. 22, bro.
When we come back next year, just like
I don't like how people put him up there with that's the shit. It was easy to because just the style of how he plays and shit. People was like the Michael Jordan and Kobe. Like he is
progressing, right? That was his first year in the playoffs. He first round exit. Oh no, he beat the who did he beat? The Grizzlies, right? In his first time. I'm tripping. I was gonna say he didn't make it up. Yeah, I think he beat or did they lose? The Timberwolves?
Timberwolves lost to the Grizzlies. Yeah, lost to the Grizzlies.
Oh, they lost to the Grizzlies. And then now they made it to the second round.
Yeah, first year
lose. Wait, hold on. Let me get this right.
I feel like he's progressing, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, this was last year they lost to Denver in the first round.
Last year they lost to Denver.
Last year they lost to Denver.
Year before that they lost to Ja, I think. Let me double check.
Yeah, I swear they beat the Grizzlies. I'm tripping.
Nah. Because then the Warriors.
No, he just popped off on game one.
He popped off.
Shit.
Yeah, no, you're exactly. We dropped 40 something his first playoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, definitely. That was the year the Grizzlies were nice with it. And then second year, first round loss, but played the Nuggets better than anybody else did last year in that loss. And then beat them niggas this time around. Now we gotta beat the other Euro white. This is time next year.
Getting better. Yeah, getting better and better. Like, what if he just goes all the way, man? You never know.
And I will say my Luka thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a combination of 2-3 peats. Like I don't know what the fuck that shit gonna look like. I just think if he wins this championship, we gotta really be not weary, but I think it's a real possibility that shit happens. And I'm kind of starting to lean towards this. I don't know. He's shown me a lot of psycho. Like that in the nicest way of calling somebody an NBA psycho the last couple weeks. But also like the way I said, Ant can snatch one next year and we could be singing a whole different song, man. I don't know.
That's the Western Conference, man. Western Conference, you can't become the GOAT in the Western Conference, man.
Ant Wemby and Luka, come on.
Except for
Jalen.
Oh wait, go. Wait, whoa. He ain't doing shit. Come on now. We'll be checking him 1-on-1 45 minutes every time we're on the court in 5 years.
They can share. There's enough years in they all careers to win a whole bunch.
Victor is the full reset. That's the Victor is about to build Russell, y'all niggas. It's the closest thing we've ever seen. Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, somewhere in between.
So he's about to be the GOAT because if somebody did Bill Russell in modern era, that's GOAT.
I'm saying
So
that's
saying
this the first. I'm saying if it's not Bill, it's Michael. If it's not either of them, then it's the next one. It's maybe it's a 2-peat and it's a back-to-back and a 4-peat.
That's like
maybe it's
bro,
6, 7, or 8.
Shit right
6,
now,
7, or 8. I've never felt this way about a player that I could say that. I'm gonna say it because it might happen. Like I feel like this is. When I feel like if LeBron still has a chance to get to 6 rings, Kobe almost got to 6 rings, Duncan almost got to 6 rings. Victor's the only player I feel comfortable to say, like, yeah, I feel as much as comfortable as I could be at any player in history that he can get to 6 rings.
You confident he's gonna stay healthy his whole career?
No, I mean I'm not. I don't even like to talk about that because I feel like we're just all ignoring kind of so like tall, that. It don't work. But I'm just like in 2K it works. In 2K in the NBA in real life it looks more like 2K every year, and I'm hoping that's the case with injuries for Victor too because I just turned them shits off. I'm like I got somebody that good. I'm like you ain't never gonna get hurt, nigga. 2K.
So Mikey.
2 questions. One, I think Steve knows the answer. I don't think y'all two do. Victor's rating on 2K right now. What is it?
Oh, but they were the ones. Somebody that Daniel was the one looking while I was gone.
Me and Mario was looking yesterday.
Oh, that's what it was. So J Badge. What is it? Or Steve, you remember?
I didn't see Victor though.
I'm gonna say 92.
Not quite.
88.
Oh, I do remember. I'm Captain. Yeah, I do remember.
89.
89. Yeah, had him at 89.
Oh, I thought it was 86.
Yeah,
89.
Okay. It was 89. Yeah. You said 86 made more sense, and then we were like, yeah, 89 though. Okay. And the other crazy part about the Victor can be Michael Jordan, and Luka could still be the GOAT, like I'm saying, because like Luka got 10 years essentially before Wemby even turns 28. So it's like he can run up a GOAT thing for Luka or all for Wemby. Like Luka can run up a GOAT career, all for Wemby to just take it away as soon as like he kind of snatches it. That's still very much a possibility. But also Wemby, like Dan was saying, Wemby might just start winning all the championships and all the awards like next year.
Even more, I say it's more. I think they all hold each other back, and this is we've had to watch the greatest Western Conference ever.
Hollinger wrote this article like damn near today.
You said what?
Hollinger damn near wrote this article today just about why the NBA is so unpredictable. It's a picture of Steph, Giannis, and Jokic, and talking about how we can't predict who's ever going to win anything anymore.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, I feel like watching the Western Conference for a long time. Remember that 06, 07, 08 time where it was like this shit is getting crazy, and you look at who's even drafted at that time. You got future legends coming in like Curry and like Harden and like KD. But also the conference is better than it's ever been before in like 06, 07, 08.
What is this?
You said what? The West?
No, I was just gonna say, what does this mean then for like Joel Embiid and Giannis and like
stuck in the middle, man. They
were the ones.
What do y'all think about this?
Okay. Joel and Giannis is what made Jokic go Jokic level, and I feel like Jokic and Luka are gonna take it to another level that makes Victor go to another level, kind of shit. But I feel like that's what I'm saying. Why none of them can be considered the GOAT until you get to Victor is because like they're all in the same. Or for the West, or for the Luka Jokic part, they're in the same conference. Are they gonna need to team up? They're gonna need to team up with the Lukas and the Wembys and the Ants. That's the part that's gonna make this real interesting.
Wemby getting 7 rings, bro. I'm just
saying. American
they both already said beg to play with Steph at different points in their life. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's who teams up with which of the best American players over the next 15 years team up with Victor, team up with Luka, or team up with Jokic, because Denver gonna have to reshuffle that whole thing at some point. I feel like Dallas. I don't know.
Are y'all ready for people to say Trae Young has a better NBA career than Steve Nash?
I'm all for it. I was, people be talking about Nash like he better than Iverson, so I'm all for it. Hey man, Trae get out there and I want to see it. Trae is the best. Trae is one of the three or four best passers in the world. And I want one of the 3 or 4 best passers in the world to play with Victor Wembanyama. Like that if it's Trae or LaMelo or somebody, y'all better find somebody else. But ain't no reason you trade whatever you got to trade, pay what you got to pay. It'll be worth it. Like get one of the best passers in the world to play with Victor Wembanyama.
Y'all don't want Ant and Jokic.
Ant and Jokic together?
That'd be crazy.
I
I don't think I could.
That's the ring.
That's when KD showed these niggas how to not. They're gonna prevent the GOAT from ever happening because they're gonna team up to stop each other.
That'll be a good. I ain't gonna lie. That's just like Jamal Murray on super steroids, bro. Oh damn, I ain't gonna lie. That's
scary, man. That's the power of Jokic, though. That's the power of Jokic. You put any person next to Nikola Jokic, and it's the best version of their career that can happen. Even fucking Luka.
Yeah, he's gonna say something though.
That'd be crazy. Who, me?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. So I think we all think the Mavs gonna win there, right?
Yeah.
Again, I'm saying it all out. I'm definitely speaking out of bitterness. Like I just really can't. I can't see Jason Tatum pull up that Finals MVP, man. That's my main motivation here. Hope I'm right.
He might not.
I hope
I'm right. Winning. He knows
Vegas don't agree with us though. So
yeah.
Maybe
I was talking to Dwight. I said if they win it, it's like this. I don't know how people are going to talk about Tatum after. I feel like the conversation will be interesting, but this does feel like probably the most since the 04 Pistons, where it's like where I respect like how good Chauncey was individually and Ben and Rashid. I probably separate those three because Richard and Tayshaun are cool, but like individually, Chauncey's career is peak, like really crazy talented. Ben, one of the greatest at his peak on defense, and Rashid is just one of the like kind of weirdly phenomenal players ever. But this team does feel like whoever does win it, it does feel like whether it's Jalen or Jason on the obvious tip, but I feel like Drew and Derek have just as much chance or have a good chance of like winning the Finals MVP because I feel like they look like the Pistons. They look like this is seven. That 7-man rotation of like this is just lockups. Like this is lockups. This is balance. We know how to play the game. We know how to play modern basketball, which is awesome, man. Charles Barkley. Listen, Charles Barkley all them years say the Warriors couldn't win nothing because we was a jump shooting team. Hey, that's what the Celtics look like to me.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. Let's talk real quick then. What does this mean for Jason Tatum if he just gets this and gets the Finals MVP? It doesn't mean anything to y'all.
I have to put him top 10 in the world. Top 10 in the world.
Yeah, locked in at top 10. He's probably close right now, but yeah, I give him a top 10. I'll say like pretty much I tweeted out like a few months ago when the Celtics blew out the Warriors. Remember when the Celtics ran the Warriors off the court back in like February or whatever? Yeah, that one. That was my moment of having to accept that these dudes can win a championship, and pretty much the same shit Daniel said. Like I have to view them as the Pistons, as one of the best collections of defensive talent that I've really ever seen. In the offensive area, because they all can shoot threes now. So and probably also just like, oh man, Derek White, Chauncey Billups is actually a really good comp. Just
they were saying the whole. I love Derek, I love Drew, I love Horford, and just crazy like Drew and Horford have been around a long time, man. They always just been just the kind of players you want on your team. And it's just like it could be cool to see this late, like them getting that shit. Yeah. Neither of them won. Drew won one already, but Horford hasn't won anything, has he?
No.
No.
He played too many years in Eastern Conference. Give my man Al Horford the ring, man.
All right. That's right. I got anything for basketball?
Oh, I'll just say one more thing because we did bring up the 04 Pistons. Y'all see on Sheed and Tyler, Rashid said Rashid was adamant that the KD, not even the 2016 or 2015, the 2017 Warriors would not have anything for the 04 Pistons. Any thoughts there? Wow. Any thoughts there before we wrap?
I feel like I remember this debate before. I think that those Warriors will smack anybody.
It's tough, man. They wasn't. It's always like I don't know. Do they know how to pick it's just a blind side. You go back and watch what they're playing back then, and it's like, what the Warriors are doing on offense, it just feels like it'd be kind of like blindsiding them. But I don't know if there's a way to flip that and put the Warriors in. Like people say, do you play it in this era time or this era time? But it's like I don't know how you even say that because it's just like the eras are
I don't know.
Literally the opposite.
What is gonna make everybody on that team not fucking score? Like,
yeah. It's like the whole point of the game back then wasn't even to like put the ball in the bat. Like they didn't have to produce more than 100 points to win games back then. But like the Warriors are like on a nightly basis. Like all we do is score 120. So even if you put us on a bad night, our average is higher.
KD,
it's like
prime Steph, prime Clay. Prime Drake, just like everybody was in their prime.
Yeah, I don't know how to count
team, man.
Prime Kerr, bruh. Just prime everybody, bruh.
That is the most balanced we had.
It's prime Kerr because Kerr's not actually coaching the team. Mike Brown is. But,
that was prime Kerr. Greatest playoff record ever on his books.
Oh shit, that's so
true.
Oh boy.
Man. I think that's all I have for hoop.
That's Gucci, huh? Yeah. Episode 23, Too Much Podcast. We the fuck out. Thank you, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. Appreciate it. We out.
Peace.